Mm. Mm.
Phew. Time for a break.
If you dialogue, neither did Vegeta. Vegeta's like, what? That silly little dance I've seen Trunks perform? What, you've not, you're acting like you don't know what the fusion dance is? They've only done it in front of him 20 times.
Can I do my intro real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, hello everybody, it's DBZ Warrior back here doing some more DBZ Kakarot, and today we're just on, I forgot what episode, but we're playing as Gohan, so let's do something.
I think I can handle this. Here I go.
But to be fair, Bully changes some more. Bully took a lot of things that people had issues with and he just balanced it out, rewrote it.
I actually won.
So,
Hey, Paul
I mean, there are
and Mark.
things that, but, I don't know, because that was one of my biggest, it wasn't necessarily that it threw me off of Frieza, because I took it more along the lines of when Frieza's like, what? That's no fair, literal direct quote. Or that's not fair. I think he said that because Gogeta said that our powers aren't just doubled, they're multiplied. I think that's why he said that's not fair. I think that's where that quote comes from. Not that he was... Did he even have dialogue before that? Because I've watched that movie like 37 times. Yeah, I guess he does, but just because he doesn't know their appearance doesn't mean he doesn't know fusion. To Frieza, there are random Saiyans showing up. And to be fair,
Who's? I'm not even trying to do the story right now. I'm trying to just explore.
Bandai released through the grapevine, and they didn't say exactly where.
I think
but Neku Goku is going to start making appearances in more Dragon Ball games.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. Although I don't get why he's Neku Goku.
Neko or Neku?
Neku. If you have ever played Supersonic Warriors 1 or 2, or a couple other small video games, he's the ultimate version of a character. It's like a peak perfect Goku 2, like if Goku hadn't have held back the entire fight against Majin kind of version, because we never got to see Goku. Goku literally matched himself bit by bit to fight Vegeta, so Vegeta could no longer say that he could beat Goku if they were matched for power. I mean, Goku literally quotes that, and Vegeta both brings back Vegeta. It's like, it's obvious that, you know, if Kakarot's having trouble, I can't do anything. Yep. But, so it's kind of curious. I mean, I get where the concept comes from, but I don't get the name. Even if you're going with like Nekomajin Z, the spin-off of where Goku's a side character, he wasn't called anything fancy, and that's the only thing off the top of my head that I can really think of, and of course that's not canon. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if they make that canon, since RAL is now canon.
Raleigh? Oh.
What's that?
Because, like...
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
She was
Can
canon
you
in
hear
Dragon
anything
Ball.
in my background?
Yeah, she was canon in Dragon Ball, that's right.
Yo, Crash, can you hear anything in my background?
No.
Okay, good, because I don't want to demonetize you because my kids are watching Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm watching YouTube, so I don't want you to get demonetized, so I don't think you could hear anything yet.
Okay, actually time to progress through the story. Wait, what the heck? I have to find another enemy. Mira level 100.
In fact, and another correlation to, you know, if you really think about it, Dragon Ball has really taken off with the whole Marvel and DC Infinite Universe timelines thing. Because now there's so many versions of, like, what's legit. Well, because they do that too, you know, one comic line, this will be true about Green Lantern, but the next one it's not, for example. They really picked up I wish he wouldn't follow American comics so hardly. I mean, so hardcore. I wish he'd, like, be a little more original, like mangaka are. It's...
I think
Okay.
I can handle this. Here I go.
Dragon needs to hurry up so we can go get another dragon egg.
How's that? I'm scared. I'm gonna do it. I've got to.
Okay, I have to challenge Piccolo. Come on now. Jewel
Feels
Majesty.
like
What?
the way it sounds, it's like going all the way back to the original Budokai. Where you had to do every little single thing, and then just way better graphics. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
I wish they could come up with a new formula. I mean, how many times have we done Raditz now? Like 17, 18? I mean, you know, I can only do that Masenko fight so many times before I'm just like, or special beam. At least we don't have to hold Raditz anymore. Hold Raditz still while Piccolo charges. Ah, Budokai 2.
Yeah. That was in Budokai 1 as well.
Finally. It's
RK, are you
Sometimes
serious?
it's cool. That's the fun with video games. You don't have to follow the exact storyline. You can do whatever you want in a video game. Look at Naruto.
6 months
Like,
ago.
no video game Naruto has ever come out with is like canon or has anything to really do with Naruto. They just come up with random ninjas for every single
I've still
installment.
got a score to settle with it.
And it's
Once
like the
Saiyans
movies.
are
They
gone,
just come up with new
Dad's
people and
next.
then they throw them
Yeah.
in their one-shots.
But you know, my dad told me something. He said you're not like the old Piccolo.
Go
He
Hata,
said,
what
you
the?
don't seem like such a bad guy.
I think they should have went with Gakujo.
I think my dad's right. Even though my mom and grandpa are still
That's the
just
same
fully
few. That's the
referencing-
same name.
Gokuja! No!
Just
It's
shut
like-
your mouth and try to get
I
some
like the way
sleep.
they spun that off because
Gonna
that
put
was a
you through
good,
hell tomorrow.
that was a nice little touch from Akira Toriyama to finally make a bunch of those things. I wonder if Janemba's going to become canon then, because they may not have actually brought Janemba into that movie, but when they hit the ki blasts and they go into the sparkle dimension, that was yet another flat up rip.
Ready
of,
when you are, King Kai.
yeah, Fusion Reborn.
Let's see
And I liked that. So I hope that Janemba makes an actual appearance because Janemba's a good villain. I think Janemba was highly underrated. At least as far as the movies go. I mean, I love the redo of Broly. I finally like Broly now because Broly's whole character before being Kakarot cried. Kakarot. That's my whole character. That's it. That's literally it. And I didn't like. But I mean, still, old Broly sucked. There's no way around it. And I get the fans liked him, and fair enough. And I like the fact that they gave us Kale to, you know, cover the fact that they were redoing Broly. So now Dragon Ball Super actually has an old school canon Broly. So that's cool, but I mean, Janemba is like one of the only villains. Janemba and Bojack are really like the only two villains that I ever cared about, honestly. Because Bojack was pretty cool. Especially considering he was strong enough to make Super Saiyan 2 like basically look like it was nothing. And then you see Goku break all logic rules and defy reality.
Remember
and
this.
That was a good moment because that's a moment that should be considered canon just to show that Goku gives a damn about his son. Because when all is said and done,
that's enough.
Bojack was wrecking Gohan way more than Cell ever did. I mean, when he's got Gohan in that bear hug, you literally hear Gohan's bones are breaking. He is coughing up and just throwing up blood, and Goku's like, I'm dead, but you know what? My will is so strong that I'm literally gonna just wreck Bojack with a punch. In base form.
We'll eat for now, but then it's back to business.
Oh yeah. The whole point of Bojack was to do Gohan the way that Gohan was meant to be done. Gohan was done as a tribute because that's like Super Saiyan 3 not having eyebrows. That was one of the things that the animation studio screwed up. Go reread the manga. Gohan does not show up in Piccolo's outfit. Piccolo never comes to him on the lookout and he's like, here, Gohan. Gohan is got, yeah, he's wearing Goku's haircut and in his stylized, and he's wearing Goku's outfit. But since it...
Mr. Piccolo's way stronger than me.
And since...
Well,
what happened is Akira Toriyama at that moment wasn't directly working on the manga. So what happened is by outsourcing it to Bird Studio and Toei Animation, his company, they didn't really have his input. And that's why, especially in that manga or the anime, because he got involved with that fight. That's why, like, when Goku starts going up against Cell, it's horrible quality. And then Goku powers up and all of a sudden it's like a whole different fight. Because the quality is some of the best of Dragon Ball Z after that moment. And that's because Akira Toriyama just stepped in. It's like they brought, when they did Lord Slug, just to mess with Akira Toriyama because they had insider knowledge, they literally released their version of, what was that, the false Super Saiyan to beat him before he got the release of Super Saiyan against Frieza.
I think I can handle. Here I go.
But technically, if you go look up the name of that form, it is not Kaioken. It is false Super Saiyan something.
I actually
won. That's the actual. I have like the Bibles, dude. I'm telling you, I'm like a 30-year fan. I was watching Dragon Ball before half the people in this chat were born. I'm not kidding you. I'm in my 30s. So, fair enough. I mean, like, when I was 14, I had literally already seen the GT special. But it's fair. You just gotta look at it like you do. I don't get how people can like Goku Black, a spin-off timeline arc, and they don't like GT. Because GT is canon in the timeline. It's just not the real timeline. It is created by Akira Toriyama, despite what a lot of people argue. The difference is Akira Toriyama was not hands-on in Dragon Ball GT. That's what everybody gets confused. Did he have every episode? Was he a part of it? No. Are you going to argue that things like Super 17 weren't created by the man? No. So that's why I believe Super 17 is going to become canon as well. I think he loved Super 17. Super 17 was like the one villain that he really had a lot of influence on. And I know he loves Baby. There's a reason the babies have made a cameo in Dragon Ball Heroes. I think the story, if they give them a real story, more than just a truffle, I think they could be good villains. If they just reimagine. Yeah, but if they brought back Shenron, Shenron alone, we get Omega Shenron according to Super Logic, just from the fact that Bulma is like by the year using Dragon Balls to make herself look younger. I mean, and they were mad because Oolong, the first Dragon Ball wish is for the mystical pair of panties.
Pennies, yeah.
And because, yeah, and I mean, like, you know, so to be fair, they've always had the goofy wishes, but they've had a, yeah, but I mean, there's been a number of them. I mean, even Broly is a superficial wish. Literally, stop this fight! Teleport him! Goku could have just instant transmission Broly anywhere. Like, did that really require Shenron?
This tree is massive!
Especially once they were blue. True, but they share techniques. If they can Kamehameha, they can instant transmission. I'm just saying. And technically, although now, see, that wouldn't be a problem, because now, technically, if you go by the manga, even though Vegeta did not learn it, he has not learned the instant transmission, but the Yardat that he's training under specifically said that what Vegeta learned is the path to instant transmission. So theoretically, Vegeta has had that doorway open.
A village!
Just makes you feel bad that Goku's been squandering it all this time, that he's had this, potential in him the whole time, and he's still just Goku. Yep. Didn't Goku say something along the lines of he didn't feel that it'd be like,
he did say that.
Valuable?
Yeah, okay.
But I thought when Goku went to the Supreme Kai's planet, and remember they made the material that was supposedly the strongest material?
Kachin?
Yeah, and they broke the sword. I thought he offered Goku at that point too, and Goku was basically like, I don't need it.
I wonder how Mom...
Yeah.
Because he was like, I have Super Saiyan 3, and he's like, I don't really feel like I'd get that much potential. Like, he felt he was at his peak at the moment. Like, that it wouldn't really do him any good. And to be fair, that's another thing that might, you never know, it might come back, because they did unlock, even albeit an alternative method. They did do the dance to restore Goku's power and tail in GT as a kid, because remember that was the only way he could maintain Super Saiyan 4 as a kid body. So what I'm curious of is the new anime
Double armor.
gonna spin. Is it now that we know Oob is on the way? That he's an up-and-coming fighter that's making a name for himself as of Dragon Ball Super left after the Tournament of Power. They mention him for like 30 whole seconds, is Oob. And if the end of Dragon Ball Z is still canon,
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping, because the first anime arc is going to be a filler. It's not going to be Morrow. They're trying to let the manga get ahead. Because remember, they finished the Tournament of Power in like November. And then they finished Broly, or the Tournament of Power in the manga, the week before Broly launched in Japan. It was months behind. Because Akira Toriyama wanted to slightly change the ending so that it could be original, because he didn't want to copy the anime that got ahead. So with that said, the reason the hiatus is going on with the anime, and this is from Jump Festa as of last month, and Jump Festa, they announced that because there was no upcoming anime and manga. Basically, the whole anime convention of the year was Dragon Ball. Video games, mobile games, and the anime and the manga. And they announced that 2 new movies are in the works. The anime is back in the works, but there's going to be a filler arc before Morrow to let the manga get ahead. So I'm hoping, this is not fact, this is speculation, fan belief, I'm hoping we're wrapping up the gap between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super with a filler arc. I hope that's why they're talking about Boo or Oob at the end of their Tournament of Power. Because once they get back to Earth, 90% of the dialogue before Pan punched Vegeta in the face was about Oob. Not about Morrow or the future or anything, it was about Oob. And so I'm really hoping that we're going to start off with a tournament that's Goku versus Oob. And then we can progress from there with... Because I don't know how they're going to write in Oob if Oob's canon appearance is showing up at the, 32nd World Martial, 33rd. So if he has to show up, this tournament has to happen, but that already makes the ending not canon, because Vegeta wasn't a fighter at the end of Dragon Ball Z. He's in the stands, because he doesn't care. There's no competition in his eyes. So... for Vegeta, well, they could still do it that way. If Vegeta's going into a World Martial Art Tournament on Earth, unless he's fighting Goku in Super, realistically, there wouldn't be competition for Vegeta. So they could write it out the same way.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's all they have to do is just, well, Vegeta can go blue now. It's not like he ever transformed in the original ending, so... who's to say Vegeta couldn't go blue with the original ending? I'm just saying, it does work. They can get away with that without retrofitting a whole bunch of the franchise if they do it right now. I mean, if without rewrites, they could pull it off right now. That's true. I mean, if they didn't, then we wouldn't have KO. Well, it makes... Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not getting mad at that. All I'm saying is it just makes sense, because Superman wouldn't... Superman doesn't work if you have more than one Kryptonian. And that's always been a truth. Every time there's Superboy and Metal Superman and... yeah, it's never the same as when it's just Superman. And you gotta constitute something that... in Akira Toriyama's words, Superman is his favorite thing on the planet. So it does impact a lot of Dragon Ball. And it makes sense. Having another character that's the same character as Goku to follow around Goku. What I like about Vegeta is the growth in Super. The fact that they become a dynamic duo in their own weird little way. They've made Vegeta relevant in truth by making him useful to Goku, and that's all he needed. If Vegeta's not training, then Goku really doesn't have the drive to push himself, and if Goku is not getting stronger, as a Vegeta fan, no one can argue this, Vegeta doesn't care. He doesn't have the drive if Goku's not fighting. So I do like the twist of Super. I do like the fact that Vegeta has been more powerful in most, at least the anime, of the new storylines. I mean, it depends. There's so many factors of this set. The S cells are what has ruined it. Originally, I wouldn't argue that. And then now it's like the way that the power-ups work is arguably the one with the unlimited potential. I think Vegeta's base potential is much higher than Goku's. But I do feel that Goku has the ability to basically perpetually rise. There's like no cap for Goku.
So, what brings you here? That's right.
And, I mean, I like the fact that Gohan, a lot of people argue that Gohan was worthless in Super. Now, yes, I agree. I agree in the beginning.
I have a few more items to pick up. Sure. All this talk
But I mean, there are things, yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, like, you know, the Goku Black arc, he wanted to train, but he knew that it wouldn't really make a difference, even though that doesn't make sense. But okay, whatever, Dragon Ball logic, because Goku and Vegeta used at bare minimum, 2 hyperbolic time chamber trips through that, so I know Gohan had time. Yeah, and it's like, so...
Hey, can I let you know something? There's villainous enemies in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, just letting you know that. Villainous, I think you know what I'm talking about. Wow. Got a trophy, yeah.
I might run into them again. And when I do, I'll be ready.
Gohan
And
fans were like, he's gonna get a new form and beat Jiren, LOL.
Gohan was gold in the Tournament of Power. I don't care what anybody says. He was written well.
Yeah.
He was a brilliant tactician. He held the team together. He kept the lower fighters in the fight way longer than they should have been. Gohan was brilliantly done. Yep. I thought Gohan was very well done for the Tournament of Power.
I'm like, Dad? Am I really that strong?
Sure you are, and brave to boot. Like father, like son. I couldn't even handle those enemies. I'm totally useless.
But you didn't run away, right?
Yamcha's hard at work.
Imagine Dispo versus Birder. Oh my gosh.
I just wish more things in... See, my only actual complaint with the Tournament of Power was, and it's not really a beef.
Oh my gosh.
Vegeta and Toppo. In the manga, like, Vegeta was mastering Hakai from basically the get-go. And in the anime, Vegeta never touches Hakai. Ever. They do not mention it until Goku Black, really.
When Master Roshi was more useful than Gohan in the manga.
In the manga, Goku tried. He used Beerus's, after Beerus Hakai'd the other Zamasu and destroyed him. When they were in the future, Goku tried in the manga to use that destruction Hakai, and Zamasu was too powerful. so it didn't affect him. But you see in like the Tournament of Power and in Broly, especially Broly, because in Vegeta's case, they kind of wrote it a little. They basically were like, well, he manipulated his self-destruct energy to basically be denser than the Hakai energy without blowing himself up. Okay, I can work with that. But when Goku flat out stops Broly with Hakai, and he's like, you've got a lot to learn. Literally, quote. And he just stops him right there, and then Broly flips the Hakai, and Broly instantly knows destructive energy.
I wouldn't be as strong as I am now.
You know how many fans were like, what the heck is going on right there? Because the manga is the only clarification, like Vegeta Red. I've heard so many fans that are like, it's about time they made Vegeta Red. Vegeta announced that he was red in like the 4th chapter of the manga. He just said it was an inferior form.
Yeah.
He said it was an inferior form and he would not use it.
He's talking about Super Saiyan God, just to let you know.
I think I can handle this. I hope Piccolo won't be too mad at me. Maybe if I just apologize, Mr. Piccolo will forgive me.
Well, no, when they went and when Vegeta leaves Earth to train with Whis, the months that he gets to before Goku finds out when he's still a farmer, that's when Vegeta learned Red.
Yeah.
But Vegeta told Whis while he was alone without Goku there that he felt that it was an inferior Super Saiyan transformation and he refused to rely on it.
I actually won.
So
Hey,
it's
Red.
interesting that he brought it out during Broly, but it left a lot of fans like, what?
He also brought it out in the Goku Black arc in the manga.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, there are things that the anime did, you know, there are Evolution Blue does not exist, Kaioken Blue does not exist, Trunks' Uber form does not exist. You know, because I don't even know what to call Trunks' form. That's like a mix between Super Saiyan 1.5 Blue and Super Saiyan 2 and Spirit Bomb. Like, fair enough. I mean, it might actually get dubbed that because Super Blue is the official name of Super Blue when it used to be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. But they literally, I know, they took the American English lazy version and Akira Toriyama made that the canon version of the name. So you gotta love, you know, it definitely might end up being called, and the false Super Saiyan. They're the ones that dubbed that as well. They didn't have a name for it in Japanese. And they made it, he made it canon in one of the Bibles.
How's that?
Yep. And you know, the funny thing is like, and that's one of those things, you know, that was one of those teases they did for us. And it's ironic too, because we got that long before we got, I remember when Dragon Ball Z was airing on Cartoon Network originally. And they redid the Frieza arc like 27, it took over 3 years to get to Super Saiyan because it'd be like 3 new episodes in like the Ginyu part, and then it'd reset it all the way to the beginning. And then you'd watch it. Bleach. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because Bleach literally only finally ended in America in like 2017. Man, I had been done with Bleach since like 2012. And I mean everything. The only thing I hadn't finished was until last year, The War. Because the best part of Bleach, unfortunately, is still, well, it's being animated now because they finally scrapped Boruto. Boruto got officially canned. Like, they're not even going to finish it. No. The new creator has the first series of Samurai 8 is about to come out. He quit Boruto. Well, they ruined it. All the writers undid everything. Jiraiya's a horrible person. Kakashi's a horrible person. Tsunade is a horrible... Yes, they're all horrible people. Naruto killed over 1,000 people. Naruto is not a good guy. And Naruto is not a good guy. Sasuke literally, like, I mean, they villainized all the people, but they're killers, all of them. Even Sakura is a killer. I mean, you can't argue that. Now, yes, does Naruto walk around and just wreck people? But look at what he uses his Rasen Shuriken for the very first time. It's an attack that hits you thousands of times per second with thousands of rotations per thousands of hits. So you're literally getting hit like 999,000 times per second. That's how many times his Rasen Shuriken, and he has bigger, badder techniques than that. I mean, you can't really, you know, the Kamehameha is pretty brutal, you know, if you think about getting hit with a key blast. Naruto is like Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy, where like, yeah, Draco bullied Harry, and then Harry's like, you're bleeding out of every one of your orifices and dying. Like, that's overkill. That's not a good guy's attack. I'm just saying. Sasuke's techniques weren't even that brutal, and his techniques were supposedly made to kill. Although Sasuke is one of the biggest jokes of anime and the word anime.
Yeah.
If I just apologize, Mr. Piccolo will forgive me.
I don't know. He's a character who has everything handed to him, and Naruto's a character who grits and sweats and... And you know the funny thing about Naruto is when they started, it was named Naruto as a joke, because it was about Sasuke, but it's another one of those things like Vegeta, where as soon as they started actually writing the character, they realized Sasuke's just a douchebag nobody. Let's make Naruto a cool guy. Like, and if you buy, and I can screenshot you this, I have all of Naruto in manga. And I have the Shonen Jump versions, and I have the official serialized versions. And like, he flat out says in the very first issue of Naruto that Sasuke is just a punk, and then like there was no redeeming him. So like he made Naruto. It was when he was writing Naruto in the Swing. When he like literally when he was doing that panel, he was like, I realized that Naruto was much more than I'd given him credit for. Just like Akira Toriyama. You know, yeah, he meant to hand off the mantle of Gohan, or Goku, to Gohan, but until he started writing Gohan as a protagonist, the main character, he didn't realize that, yeah, Gohan's a great fighter, and Gohan can obviously be relevant, we've learned, through the Tournament of Power, but Gohan is never going to take up the mantle of the hero that's willing to die every day of his life to protect 1 billion people on a planet that he doesn't know. Gohan does not have that dedication.
Oh my gosh, I walked into the wrong battle. This thing is so much more of a higher level than I am. I'm gonna freaking die. I can't even run away. Oh, I got one shot.
I mean, I don't think they know what to do with him.
Yeah.
They don't. The only thing they've done relevant in Dragon Ball Super is the Tarble episode, and the Tarble episode is a special. Yes. Yeah, and like, because that's, and to be fair, when all is said and done, just like the GT special, there's a reason these are called specials. Because yes, they fit and they follow a storyline, but they're not necessarily canon. Because I am sure, well, I know that Akira Toriyama had very, very little to do with
nope.
the GT special.
I think I can handle this.
I mean,
I did get the pre-order food thingy, whatever you get. I don't know. Bless you.
I'll be right back 1 second.
But I already used that. Alright. No. In a different person's stream.
I think I can handle this.
You know what? I'll be right back, guys. You watch chat. Watch my chat.
Oh, Crash Chat, how is everyone doing tonight? Oh, Crash Chat, how is everyone doing? Look, I don't know what to do. Okay, me and what's his guy's face is discussing over Dragon Ball, and I think I might just start a Dragon Ball discussion channel. Don't know. I could give views. That's about right though. Hey, what's his kid's name?
But a big part or problem with Akira Toriyama, like look at when Heroes had its success, because we owe all of Dragon Ball coming back. Period.
Heroes did have a
Heroes.
success.
Because it made it so. You got to realize, like, Japan, nothing sells. Kakarot is already a flop on the Japanese market. Just like Heroes, just like Xeno 2, just like Fighter Z, they all bomb. Just like Dokkan Battle. It doesn't matter. They don't care the way that we care. Or Final Fantasy comes out there and they're like, whatever. We're like, yes. But it's the opposite. They're like, new Witcher? Yes. New Skyrim? Yes. That's what they like.
Okay, I'm back. What were we talking about?
Did. Oh, just still random Dragon Ball stuff. But Heroes really did make it popular. But here's Akira Toriyama's big problem in a nutshell right here. He gets the money, he gets the licensing, he's like, alright, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a Dragon Ball movie, you know, almost 10 years after Wrath of the Dragon. And what do they do? Let's see, I need a new villain.
I want you to try it.
I spent 30 minutes coming up with it. I can't do it. Oh, my cat. Here it is.
I do.
That's Akira Toriyama's problem. He's lazy.
Like, but he just thinks what's around him. Like, he doesn't even take the time to think of a good villain. If my perspective, like, what a good villain that I've seen, I'm going to say it has to be Majin Buu. That's it. Because Cell is just, I don't want to talk about Cell. He's just,
Your old man has a lot.
Frieza, I got no say for Frieza. Boo, he's actually the strongest one out of them. He went to form, they actually taught how it's like, stuff about how he was created and all that. Boo was actually the one good villain Akira Toriyama actually came up with. In my opinion.
I don't mind Boo.
But Boo is a good villain. You can't
I just don't like what they did with the art. So much of it doesn't make sense, like... And I get...
Yeah, but it didn't make
there
sense.
There are certain things, like
you're finally starting
for example, Zenkai Boost was long gone after the Frieza saga. They never talked about the Zenkai Boost. And then it's like...
how to bring it back.
And then Vegeta, for example, like, to be fair, his Zenkai boots, to be able to withstand Kid Buu for any length of time, and granted, it was only like, what, a minute, 2 minutes, that he, like, actually held off Buu, but, you know, that's a long time, and the sense of you're getting beat up by
I'm reading
monsters.
class chat, right?
Thank you,
So, they said, Trunks needs to become a Super Saiyan God. That's it. But Dragon Ball Heroes.
I don't know about
I
Super
don't know
Saiyan God
about
Trunks.
I don't know about that. Because
This
he
man-
still hasn't tapped into his God Ki.
This man said good luck with Piccolo, even though I beat him easy, no challenge. Good luck with Piccolo. 30 seconds later, defeated.
Okay, yeah, you're talking about the anime of the Dragon Ball Heroes, but if you want to talk about Super Saiyan God Trunks, here's a fact: it's never gonna happen.
Hmm.
Never gonna happen.
Actually, anybody
Never.
can use God Ki.
Well, Gohan already has it, so that. But remember, Trunks, he messes up his own. He messes up every time. He's basically in an alternate universe, parallel universe, multiple times. So this
The
why this one
DBZ
year
Trunks
where,
is better.
I prefer DBZ Trunks, but think about it. Trunks goes into a parallel universe every time, messing everything up. If he wasn't done that, he probably would have been even. I would not say stronger than that, but he did mention his super. He did kill Babidi the Bora. Don't know how. Gohan is drunk with him.
Because Trunks didn't stop training after Cell. Remember when he went back, he was strong. Like he got.
Yeah, he was, but Gohan was trying to. Oh wait, Gohan stopped training
For 7 years.
Trunks, before he even went back to the future, was well beyond Perfect Cell's power.
Would you
Perfect Cell even said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
He said he was stronger than Cell, but that he could never touch Cell, so that they could never beat each other, and they would always stalemate because Cell had speed, Trunks had power.
Yeah.
But I want to bring up the BoJack.
Who would have woken up his fat boo?
I want to bring up the BoJack real fast. So
Here comes Vegeta and Nappa.
So isn't that's right after the Cell Saga?
Yes.
So that means Trunks has created another timeline.
Somebody in my chat asked, what if Gohan had Kaioken?
Yeah, if Gohan had Kaioken, then he'll be stronger than Vegeta.
So this is
In like, in certain form. Gohan is stronger than Vegeta.
I think Dragon Balls could become too convoluted to argue a power level at this point. It has, you have the S cells, you have the Zenkai boost factored in with transformations.
Yeah, you got God. Like, what the f is going on?
And transformations are different. The power up of a Super Saiyan 2 isn't the same power up as the Gohan versus Cell.
Nah,
or
it really
Goku.
it's so much different. Like, even Vegeta said it in the Majin Buu. It's different from Gohan's way. So you already know
the fact that, and the fact that Goku holding his Super Saiyan 2 was so much more powerful than Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2 with the Majin boost.
by
Goku
a little
was literally
bit.
able. No, Goku and Vegeta specifically state that Vegeta stated at King Yama that when Goku fought Yakan, he knew nothing he could do could ever catch him up to Goku at that point. And Goku specifically says, and I quote, he matches Vegeta at Vegeta's maximum every second of that fight. Meaning he was so strong that it was never a competition for Goku. The fact that Vegeta could even land a punch that Goku felt was only because Goku handicapped himself enough to let himself feel that. But
Yeah.
with the way that it jumps, like look at the 1 month period that Goku can't go Super Saiyan after, in the anime at least, after fighting Hit. He's so weak that a human's pistol bullet leaves a mark on him, and Beerus slaps him upside the back of the head for being so weak that he got injured by a bullet. And that's Goku in 1 month of time between being where he was fighting Hit. the gaps of same power levels are so random. It's hard to really quote anymore. Who's who?
Well,
I mean,
you can't get mad at Goku for the stop training because his dumbass wife.
But there's still only one of you.
Like, didn't she get like what 100 million zenny or something, and then she just spent it the next day?
No, remember they wouldn't let him fight because if he fought and trained, then he could have lost all of his power permanently. So he had a month or so where he wasn't allowed to train.
Yeah, I know, because he was trained
recently.
and he remember he was still trained of how to get the power current. That's about six.
But I mean, that's Goku fighting Hit. Even if you look at the difference in the manga, because since there is no Kaioken Blue, the way he beat Hit in the manga was he was God. And when Hit would get close and hit him, he would counter by going blue for a split second. He would hit back, and then he would go back to red.
So just like the somewhat related to the power, where Goku went blue when he almost got knocked off, and then he went back to his form to continue fighting.
Yeah, that's where they got that from, because that's how he beat Hit in, because you can't mix the forms in the manga. So he had to beat him by switching between the forms instantly, and it worked because in Super Saiyan Red you can actually regenerate ki. So he can charge himself. Right. So he can recharge while he's in red and then throw punches with blue and then go back to red. But that's a good example of the gaps because Gohan. But Gohan's mystic form, after barely training, was strong enough. And yeah, you can argue Goku isn't going all out, but mystic
Gohan told him go all out there in the power can. Okay.
I still, but Goku.
I see where you're going with it.
But even then, Gohan is still a contender because he's holding his own against Super Blue Kaioken.
That's bad. And he holds his own against the Saiyman the power too. Technically by himself. A little help from Piccolo and Frieza, that was good. But after that, he was doing fine. And
that was something I kind of liked.
The Cybermen look freaking weird in this game, bro.
Piccolo is relevant again.
Okay, so someone said this in chat. In manga, Gohan becomes Super Saiyan 5. Yeah, Super Saiyan 5 is non-canon.
What the heck? Are you... what?
Well, it was once upon a time. Originally, they did consider Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for GT. Super Saiyan 5. But now they just call it Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, that's just the base name is what all the video games and everything call it now. But to be fair, a lot of these things didn't have names. You know, if you go back to, like, before Tenkaichi 2, there was no special attack of Raditz's. Raditz just shot a key blast. It was no Sunday special, Saturday crush, all that. That comes from video games.
Yeah.
That doesn't auto-make canon.
Wait, he never even said it in the original, neither in the anime.
That's what I'm saying. They're just key blasts. Nappa didn't have any techniques. Nappa could just shoot a little ball of energy and his mouth beam. He didn't have no mouth power cannon or whatever they want to call it.
Or whatever they call Giant Storm.
Yeah, like none of that stuff had names.
Finger bomb.
In fact, Dragon Fist wasn't even canon until the video games because Akira Toriyama allowed it. Dragon Fist is canon now, but originally, remember, none of the movies are canon. So,
he blew himself.
Yeah, you talking about Dragon Fist? When Goku fought Hit in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, was he going for a Dragon Fist technically?
I think he was. I think that's what they were trying to pull off.
Cause I was watching, I was like, wait. Cause I went to see the Dragon Fist, in the Wrath of Dragons, how he did it to Rudigan, whatever his name is. I went to go see the Blue Con. I'm like, wait, he's going for a Dragon Fist, and then nothing happened.
But I mean, that's not the first time we watched Goku reach for a technique and not have it work. He tried for Ultra Instincts there against Broly, and that wasn't happening.
Yeah,
Hey,
He tried though.
Hey, I'm gonna ask a question real quick.
Go ahead.
So,
Over here.
what if Krillin successfully killed Vegeta in the Saiyan saga?
That means there won't be a Trunks, there will never be a Fusion. Earth wouldn't be gone because of Boo, because blah 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 blah. Or those who might go find a new form.
While I feel
Okay.
like Vegeta had a very limited role in Dragon Ball Z,
Now
I don't believe Dragon Ball Z ever would have been successful without Vegeta.
Oh, I thought that. Wait. I'll take that back. There would be fusion if Gohan could catch an earring.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did consider that.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I would love to see that fusion like be canon. I would love to see it.
No, we missed out on the true fusion.
No, like I understand why.
Dende.
Oh my gosh.
Goku and Hercule.
Yeah, we missed up on the Goku and Hercule, bro.
Yeah, but can you imagine Goku fusing with a deity where he could like just instantly heal himself?
Oh.
I see. Oh my god, I did not think of that.
Dende wouldn't have. He even said Dende wouldn't have been a bad fusion, but he wouldn't have got a power boost.
Yeah.
And obviously Hercule.
Just a basic martial artist.
Probably would have gotten
like
weaker from
They
Hercule.
toyed with that idea for just a second that we might get to see a Mecha Saiyan.
What if Goku fusion Piccolo? Potara fusion there. No, I'm gonna leave the chat.
Piccolo may not be able to throw out the punches that Goku throws out, but also think about how strong those Nameks were. And Piccolo.
What if Goku
was
fused with
special
Piccolo?
to turn him into
Oh.
power.
Don't forget. Piccolo has a deity inside him. So.
And Neo.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
So that would actually be a really good fusion. Power. If you can talk about Power's fighting Majin Buu.
Wait, isn't Piccolo technically a deity?
He is. He's the son of God. So that's what we celebrate Christmas.
That
Hello, gonna do that.
Also, I've been talking about the Z and Super, how the Broly movie changed the lore, and how some of the stuff in Z wouldn't have ever happened, such as Raditz going to Earth and Vegeta and Nappa knowing about the Dragon Balls and going to Earth.
But I know, like, remember, I go based off the manga first, not the anime.
Yeah.
You know. But while we're talking about the little fusion thing of Gohan and Goku, yeah, that would have been the best thing. But you know, Akira Toriyama doesn't like Gohan. Then why did you create him?
I think it's not that he doesn't like Gohan. It's just he didn't. He realized that
he thinks Gohan doesn't have a purpose. He does.
Well, he's a scholar, and you know, generally, if you think of a scholar, they're not good at it.
And what did that guy home? A good spot in the tournament of power.
He can barely handle a weakling like Raditz.
I heard Vegeta.
Stronger since
I definitely like
he's gonna make you
the twist with Gohan coming back.
He's
Don't
gonna
get me
make you
wrong, but
beg.
I get where he was coming
I
from
wouldn't
too, because he just
underestimate
didn't
Goku
know.
if I were you.
Like, okay, he switched up Gohan's story a lot. So kid, not a fighter. Alright. Then he wants to he fought a little bit on Namek. He changed that. Non-fighter again. Okay?
That's some fan-made stuff that couldn't happen.
What if Gogeta fusion Vegeta?
There would need to be two pairs of Goku and Vegeta for that to
It could
happen.
happen in Heroes.
Yeah, Heroes.
Time Controller, Goku, and Vegeta. No, I'm just saying, that's Heroes.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
I can see how that could fit in the canon, like if Goku and Vegeta from Trunks' timeline were wished back.
Yeah.
I could see
But
that.
that means. Forget.
What if Goku and Vegeta are already training in Otherworld?
Well, I remember Vegeta going to hell, so.
Yeah, Vegeta was going to hell.
See, that's
So
where
then
I get
Goku's
like,
the one
that's
training.
where you stump Vegeta fans.
Get over here already.
And where they really want to argue.
Oh,
and when
oh my God, yeah.
When Vegeta retires after Goku's death, and Goku's in Otherworld training for 7 years without a stop.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's a lot.
And you still have the people that Vegeta was stronger than Goku. Like, no, there's no possible way. I mean, even the man admits he had to let somebody brainwash him to get more power. It doesn't count.
And he was talking about the 7-year difference, right? So you know how like Trunks and Goten, like Busaga and Gotenks is made.
Goku, where are you?
So
all the time
where does Fusion Reborn fit in that?
You think we can make a break for it?
Like,
That's a good question.
What? Like, because alright, Gogeta was actually introduced there first, Fusion Reborn, and then Gotenks was there. But also, Goku and Vegeta were dead.
Dad?
Piccolo.
So where does that fit
in
in the
start to
timeline?
get hairy.
What do you mean?
Not sure, but to be fair, all the
Kami guys
movies,
too, right?
except
If
for
that happens, then we can
the
kiss the
Dead
dragon.
Zone
Dragon.
and Scarlet Jr. saga,
And
are
Raptor
not
Dragon.
canon. I
Don't need
heard.
your sympathy.
See, I used to believe that the Wrath of Dragon was real and canon,
Mr. Piccolo?
but in the
That's how Trunks
Bibles,
got his sword.
in the actual Bibles, though, Akira Toriyama says that it does not count. It says that like the Tapion part is real, the rest of the movie is not canon. I don't get how that makes any sense.
Trunks getting the sword not canon.
Tapion is canon. Trunks getting the sword from Tapion is canon. But even if you look, how does Trunks have the sword? How does he go from being an adult with the sword to being in another timeline?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
See, so it's canon, but it's not canon.
Because if you think about it, because if that was the future Trunks, right? Alright, Goku went Super Saiyan 3.
In fact, Bojack, again, is one of those weird, questionable characters because while Bojack, being a movie 11, is not
What if
canon,
Goten and Trunks learned Super Saiyan 2? Well, they technically did.
Goten and Trunks have to go Super Saiyan 3 to be able to merge as a fusion in Super Saiyan 3, meaning it's Goten and Trunks can both, as their individual selves, go Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
They could go, so basically the only place Super Saiyan we got is just Super Saiyan 3. So basically they just skip 2.
I think I can handle this.
Well, they mastered it in the hyperbolic time chamber, but having Super Saiyan 3, they have better control and energy manipulation than Goku in practice. That
remember when they
actually, it's a better form for them than Super Saiyan 2. Whereas Goku doesn't like Super Saiyan 3 because since he's never truly trained it. Well, it's not that. It's Akira Toriyama does hate the eyebrows, but he just felt it was a redundant form.
He doesn't like the form at all, cause like, alright, if you think about it, alright, he used it a lot in Z, right? Final chapter. But when Super came, when he fought Beerus, like, it didn't last. So he never used it against Frieza. He never used it against it.
But that's why, because
he doesn't like the form at all.
When Beerus was introduced to him, that's why he wrote it out. He basically made it that Goku is not going to rely on Super 3 anymore.
my dude, I have a question. You think we should start the Dragon Ball discussion channel?
I could go for days on Dragon Ball, but wouldn't be a bad idea.
I could go years.
I feel you. I mean, there's always something to debate, like whether or not Bojack is canon. Because if Slump is canon, Slump is the same Earth, the same time, and the same era as Goku. Because Goku has met Ariel in Dragon Ball, he's met Slump in Dragon Ball, and she reappeared in Dragon Ball Super. In Dr. Slump makes a interdimensional time mirror, and it breaks. And when it breaks, Goku, Super Saiyan 2, and Bojack spill out of the mirror and are battling it out on Earth. And Goku is basically trying to stall enough time against Bojack because Bojack was sealed in King Kai's planet. So
so if we're talking about Bojack being non-canon and canon, if you think about it, alright, Bojack takes place after the Cell Saga, before the Buu Saga, so technically it fits into it somewhat.
So it's like Bojack,
it's like,
the movie isn't necessarily canon, but Bojack is canon in Dr. Slump.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's like, it's hard to tell
Let's hear for Akira Toriyama's point of view.
You itching to get your head beat?
If he could confirm it, then yeah, we would know. But
because he even makes a point.
Thing.
Whenever they jump into a new season, Dr. Slump, it even says era. Like, they even make sure that you know that you're on the same planet as Goku.
Okay, someone in my chat's asking how's BoJack canon. You just said though.
If Slump is canon, which it is, if you watched Akira Toriyama's other mangas or animes, or read them, then you would know, again like I just said, that in canon Slump, Super Saiyan 2 Goku and BoJack break out of an interdimensional time mirror on Earth after King Kai's planet is destroyed, while Goku is dead, training for Pikkon on Otherworld.
Wow.
Which Fusion Reborn?
It's huge. And it feels
There we
like
go. And it's before he fought Pikkon. So does that make BoJack canon through Slump, or is that's the hard part with the movies?
It's iffy. It's like a 50-50 chance right there.
Because even in Dragon Ball Z, go look this up, King Kai quotes, he does say in Z that a horrible villain, not the movie, that a horrible villain was released once his planet was destroyed, but they don't specifically say that it's BoJack.
Alright, guys, one more thing, alright. Go by what the original says, do not go from the abridged version.
Or Kai. Kai does not count.
Right.
I'll handle them until
Kai
my
doesn't
dad
even
gets
count
here.
as much for that.
If you die, we'll definitely
Kai
lose
cut out
Tommy and the
huge
Dragon
major
Balls.
parts of the storyline
to
do an abbreviated version of the show.
This kid over here.
Like, here's something. Here's one for you. Here's how you know a real Dragon Ball fan, from a person who's only like watched it over the last like couple of years, or like, you know, maybe DVD. When Goku is fighting Frieza, go back and watch this in Japan. Good luck finding this in English. King Kai actually made Goku powered down. And Goku goes back getting walked by Frieza, and then Goku's like, I can't do that. That does not exist even on the DVD versions in the master recordings in English. That Goku powered down against Final Form Frieza and tried again in his base form after powering up with Krillin this game. Like, that's the thing, Dragon Ball fans don't know Dragon Ball. They argue it, they'll jump in like that person in the chat, BoJack and blah blah blah, but then again I can run circles about this guy in Slump, and Slump is canon with Dragon Ball. So by Slump being canon, I'm just saying, you know your stuff.
Yeah, because
a lot of these people,
for me, cause Crash knows, like, if I want to know a fact, I'll rewatch it over and over until I see it. Like,
same.
Like, I would not go based off other people saying. I would rewatch to see if it's true or not.
Just like Goku. One thing I hate about watching Dragon Ball in subtitles is the way they do our subtitles is a good example for you. And yes, again, we're talking about a movie, but the alternate Android movie, movie 7.
Oh my god.
When Goku takes the first SS Deadly Bomber and he's pummeled into the side of a mountain, literally in English, he's, gosh, don't make me power up and have to fight you, guy. In Japanese, I can't even quote what Goku says because he cusses so many times in one sentence, I would get Crash demonetized.
So I'm reading the chat. So what if Busa does Goku social body? Would never happen because Goku has a pure heart. He has no darkness in him whatsoever. Which I could tell him bro. Goku becomes Majin, he be evil. That never will happen.
That won't happen.
So he doesn't have a pure heart, as you can see.
Yeah.
What can you think that just pure heart?
Well, that's an arguable one because if Goku is Super Saiyan, he's corruptible.
No, because remember,
that's why you can't mix the Spirit Bomb with Super Saiyan.
I know, but back then, right? Like, this is way back then. Goku fought like a little devil, right? Because he couldn't be controlled and none of that. If you don't remember that, come on. That's always been stuff right there.
I know what you're referencing. As I said, I'm just...
Like, if my throat hurts, I gotta go get some tea. I'm getting sick. But Monster Vegeta was Vegeta's dark side.
Vegeta still had evil in him, though.
Yeah,
he admitted that.
Yeah, it was like this little dark. It wasn't as much as you think about. If it was like he was on dark side, then Vegeta wouldn't have cared about his family or the sacrifice himself.
Bobby said something along the lines that he had put it to sleep. Like that the rage in his heart had gone to sleep and that he had lost his warrior's instinct or something like that. Yeah, it was interesting because you were never really implied that Babidi even knew about the same race to begin with. I mean, when Majin Buu was a real threat, the only thing they ever talked about were the other Grand Kais.
Yeah, that was it. So how can Babidi know about his Saiyan unless Bibidi, I think Bibidi actually learned about the Saiyan before extinction.
And although it is a retroactive rewrite,
Shut up and run.
Frieza knew about Majin Buu, so I guess you could argue that Majin Buu and Babidi could have... Yeah.
What the? Oh, yo,
see, that was the only thing about the rework of Frieza I did not like. They literally start him off with him being scared of Majin Buu. And it's like, if Frieza had that much potential to be Golden Frieza, a valid competition that Vegeta twice in the Broly movie mentions that he still fears that Frieza might come try to wipe them out. And be able to maybe do it. I mean, he calls Goku an idiot over this, and
you can remember.
Speaking of Goku, someone said that Goku has never killed Frieza in any of Dragon Ball. That's stupid.
Actually he has.
He did
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, and in Trunks' timeline, he killed Frieza there.
Basically, yes. But if you send him from Dragon Ball Z, when he let Frieza live, okay. Remember, Frieza can't die from an explosion. He cannot die from that.
He lived.
Yes. And then only Trunks killed Frieza.
Yeah, because he went back in time to kill Frieza. But if you consider Trunks' timeline,
if you want to talk about canon stuff, at Cooler.
Thanks.
Where did that fit? Oh my god.
I think he's retroactively made all the Frieza race canon except for Chill, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't the Dragon Ball Super Broly say in the beginning Frieza had a brother and like he was only
well, they do talk about family. And I know that's one of the things that one of the new arcs is going to give us. I don't think it's Morrow, because Morrow is already pretty far.
Morrow might be like the last saga, like to end it all.
No, because we know for a fact that the explanation of Frieza's people and their story is on the way. And I do not feel that they're going to try to put that in Morrow. It doesn't fit. It seems like it would be, but I bet you right now, Dragon Ball Z or Super will end with Frieza, Vegeta, and Goku going toe-to-toe again.
That would be the best ending. Because
Akira Toriyama has admitted like 27 times in recorded, you can YouTube this right now, video, that Frieza is not going anywhere. Frieza is here to stay. If you don't like him, then get over it.
If you don't like him, go watch a different anime.
That's why they left Broly the way they did. We're gonna give it some time, let Frieza fade off a little bit, and then Frieza's gonna come back, but he's not done. Although I don't think it's gonna go the way he wants to. I think they're gonna write it off that Broly becomes Goku's pupil.
Well, yeah, cause I'm seeing posts right on Google, cause like I was checking like the new arc and stuff. I see Broly with Goku, like in the yellowish D, and then Broly with Whis and Goku on Beerus' planet. That could actually be a thing. What they might be doing for Broly after they left him alone at the end. We don't know that for sure. That's basically a theory of what they're thinking.
Yep. But I do feel that the way that they applied Goku never really, if you really look at the way Goku acts and talks, the only person he's ever approached the way he did Broly was at the end of Dragon Ball Z.
That was it. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, they might do the same thing from when they did to Oob. Like, alright, take him in, train him to become like strong warrior, like learn control. Alright, but Broly could learn control only in his berserk. I just feel like if Broly, if they train him really well and he actually has control over it, he has potential to go God or good.
There's two even bigger ones.
I only think that Broly being brought back, other than maybe a small cameo, won't work. In every version of Broly, whether you're talking the original or the remake, Broly's drive was the father. You know, Broly doesn't, even if you look at all the abuse and everything, what could really happen that could make Broly do that again, though? What, the alien he's known for 5 minutes?
Or,
the girl?
Remember, July and Liam, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm calling Frogman. Whatever.
Yeah, he's really irrelevant, but...
Yeah.
I mean...
If you think about it, only time he helped in movie was, okay, help Broly, okay, he drove back, got the Dragon Ball, then helped save Broly with the Dragon Ball, and helped T-Light get out of there. So he's a little help for Broly, but I think if that ever happens again from killing everyone, it might be T-Light, because T-Light was actually the only person he could actually talk to, like, well, actually both of them.
Because, see, I could see maybe something happening to her that could maybe get him angry.
Yeah, it could be
but
Goku. If Goku takes him under his wing, it's probably gonna happen if Goku dies with someone. It probably could be the same relationship like we have with his father, but different.
Close. Might cause some trouble later.
So there's like a dream what if there.
Pumped up and ready to go.
But with Goku being a character that's all about control now, especially at the end of Mirrors, where we stepped in and Goku's literally like powering into Ultra Instinct because he has control of it again. I feel that if we get Broly, Broly's going to be different. I don't feel it's going to be what everybody's expecting. It wouldn't make sense for Broly to come out. Even if you take the pupil master thing, I could see Broly getting mad over somebody like wrecking Goku. Like, let's say new villain shows up. And Broly's like,
Goku gets beat to a pulp and then Broly comes.
Yeah, I could see that, or, you know, like, something with Gine or something, but it will never be the Paragus rage. I do not see that.
I could understand Paragus rage. Alright, because Paragus is basically, Paragus was his father, and during the whole Broly, non-canon and canon, he was actually different. The non-canon was just full on, just like dedicated to killing Goku, because when Bardock got his little future power thing, it actually passed down to Goku and Broly. So, but the canon version, God, what the fuck happened in that movie? I don't remember. Oh God, I just watched it earlier. I'm so sorry. Non-canon version, he actually was training Broly, so he wanted Broly to have nothing focused on his training, not to like mess around with like little stuff like Bog. That was his name, right?
At least it seems Piccolo has finally surpassed me.
So basically, the canon Paragus actually cared about Broly. That's why he kept him
Goku versus Nappa.
Stronger. But then the thing about the non-canon, he didn't care at all. He only cared about his own survival. So if you want to argue that, now go through
whatever.
Oh, hey, I got a question.
He could work as a bring-back character. It's just, look at the only time we've ever seen Saiyans really go off. Let's be realistic, because Vegeta was very calm and controlled in his self-destruct. When Krillin was killed, Goku went off. When Chi-Chi and Goten were killed, Goku went off. And when Android 16 was killed, Gohan went off.
So basically,
that's basically, other than Broly, the only times we've ever seen a Saiyan really go off is when a lifelong, excluding Gohan, situation happens, or Trunks even, Trunks watching, well not watching because he was knocked out, but waking up to Gohan's corpse.
Gohan died.
Yeah, you know, it's always the death and extreme loss of someone that triggers that.
Like,
and they're not going to kill off Goku for Broly. They could maybe do Gine. I could see them killing her off.
Gine?
Or whatever that's...
Goku's mother? You mean Sheila?
Yeah, Sheila. They're both similar.
I keep hearing Gine and I'm like, what? Why are you talking about Goku's mother?
And I could see them like Frieza showing up and killing her, and Broly going off a little bit, but it's still, I don't see him ever doing what he did in the movie as a character who doesn't.
If we're talking about the using control, if you think about it, it's basically Goku's family who used control the new transformation. If you think about it, Goten almost ripped down, like, fight Blue because he lost his mom. But then when it comes to the Vegeta side, they have the control. If you talk about the Vegeta side of Trunks, okay, even though he was corrupted, he was full in control, like, he knew what he was doing. But then he goes to a new transformation, like Super Saiyan, until he dies, became his best friend. He had no control whatever. I'm gonna estimate this right.
It's kind of funny that, that alternate Android movie is... I like that, although it's majorly anticlimactic, just like the Broly movie. I don't like how, like, they literally, people are like, the Broly movie's great. It's like, I guess, the original, not the remake.
So when Goku went Super Saiyan 4, we're talking about power, controlling that, you kept Super Saiyan 4 at this one transformation, he actually controlled during battle without raging.
It's arguable.
Oh no, you don't.
Because
I've heard the same argument that the fact that he's part Ouza breaks the fact that if he had full control, because they don't really clarify it, but they did allude to the fact that Super Saiyan 4 might not have been what we and Goku thought it was. That's what Goku achieved in trying Super Saiyan 4. Not that that's necessarily... That could be like... You could interpret that as like Super Saiyan 1.5. Where it's not an exact unique version, but it's not exact, you know, correct. So it's not a true form, but it's not
it's meant to be the Saiyan's like full potential as like...
Oh, yo, apparently Ultra Instinct Goku is confirmed for Fighter Z, apparently.
Oh my god, really?
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, he is coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is.
That does disappoint me, though. I was hoping Ultra Instinct would be a one-shot.
And they did put him in the universe too, so yeah, if he's surprised.
Because
and Mark's in denial.
Rely on Ultra Instinct now for everything, like Vegeta's growing as a character in cool ways. Although,
with Ultra Instinct, mastered or signed?
Mastered.
Ugh. Just put sign in, it's so much better.
You mean Omen?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's not a surprise then. If you talking about like first Ultra Instinct, like sign, that would have been a surprise. If it's Omen or Master, whatever you want to call it, then yeah.
If it's Omen, then you transform it into Mastered, but it's Omen first. I can see that being cool.
Yeah, like a little like attack transformation, like when Goku went Super Saiyan 3 as a Kamehameha. Like that.
That the Dragon Balls are gone too.
Yeah, but Super Saiyan 4 is big. What I heard in that, it's like meant to be the Saiyan's like actual transformation, not God and none of that. It's like the actual like Saiyan power with the Mighty Ozaru.
Huh? What is it?
I don't know how that power works. Like, alright, grade 8
explain
plus
later.
Super Saiyan. Like, I don't know how that.
Well, like Broly.
Just you.
Broly, because Broly didn't start off until 90% of the movie is over. He is not a Super Saiyan, despite common disbelief. He goes Super Saiyan after they split the time-space continuum. That's when he powers up and goes yellow hair.
Counting on
But
you.
before that, he's using the same thing that they use for wearing transformations. And according to Jump Festa, it is officially confirmed. Let no one argue you anymore. It was not artist's choice to specifically show Goku and Vegeta powering up with green power.
Yeah.
That was a teaser of something in the future.
Change of plans. We're moving.
Yeah, I knew that as well.
Well, a lot of people, there was a big fan belief that has people convinced it was just because the artist wanted to play with colors.
No.
You know, like, if you think about, it does make sense. If you look at the way they do the power-up transformations in order, it follows the rainbow. It follows the color palette.
Right? Because, like, when he went to Super Saiyan, right, he went God, which was red, then he tried to go blue. There was mixing colors from white, blue, green, reddish. It was, like, mixing in the colors.
But you really saw it with Vegeta. When Vegeta goes to power up Super Saiyan and he's floating there above the mountain, he is green for like 20 seconds.
That's the thing that caught me off guard. I was like, wait, are you kidding me? It went to Super Saiyan, like, oh wow.
But it also makes sense because you could really tell that the whole Saiyan instinct thing came back in. Because look at Broly and Goku when Goku's like, hey, how about you let me have a turn? And he's dropping his coat. Broly's literally the Saiyan instinct has his eyes just expanding, shrinking, and he's just amping, standing there. And I've seen it over 30 times because I own
the Broly base one thing. Like, what's the actual name for it?
They kind of gave it a name when Paradis is talking about it, but I'm not sure if we have an official name. I think it's just a fan translation right now. It's kind of like Super Blue.
Okay, so back to Clash of Chat right now. Ready? Ultra Instinct is a great form, but not stronger than Whis. That's debatable because Whis is an angel. But if we want to go to the Dragon Ball Heroes, Goku's actually training on Grand Prix mastered both orthopedic science and
those with no potential like you are sent to inferior planets like this.
Omen is fine, though.
If it makes a difference, Goku learns with Beerus and Whis that if Whis were to fight Goku at real power without Ultra Instinct, which we know for a fact Whis can use as well, that Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku would still get slapped around like nothing. Because the Angels are so strong that if they actually combat, Zeno-sama will literally wipe them out of existence.
Oh, I forgot about Zeno. What is his Japanese Zeno-sama? Who's his Japanese name?
Well, he's Sama to me. I like that.
I know. I just heard you.
I just like the fact that this little tiny thing is like Sama to everything in the universe, and it's shorter than Villain.
Alright, next question. Let's see. How strong even is he? We just went over that. Angels are pretty strong.
If Whis were ever to use his actual power, he would be wiped from existence, according to the last chapter of the manga. That's why he threatened Beerus. So we don't know how strong Whis actually is, because Whis has never tried in the manga or the anime.
Well, if you want to take a sneak peek on how strong is Whis, remember how Beerus ate wasabi, then he went on a rampage to kill the innocent planet? So that's basically a little sneak peek of what we can actually do.
I mean, he can dodge Broly full power without anything.
Well, remember when Broly was power.
Yeah, he does do his little whoopsie, that was close, but still, you got a question with Whis, that's probably intentional too.
Yeah.
He's just probably trying to make Broly feel better about himself. I love Whis.
But he's one of the best characters in Dragon Ball Super, in my opinion.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely one of the best additions to the cast.
So, guys, keep that in mind. Whis power, it's unknown for us. We have to look into it.
I don't think we can ever know, because as I said in the last chapter of the manga, every angel who has ever fought full wheel gets wiped out. It's against their laws. They are not allowed to do true combat.
Yeah, that's
in fact, when Goku was about to Ultra Instinct against Beerus, his father, the Grand Priest, sent Whis to that location because if he had waited any longer, the Grand Priest would have ordered Whis to kill Beerus, and it just would have been a done thing.
So guys, so don't ask about Whis' power anymore. Let's just say, never what happened? Unknown. Okay, boom.
I don't think we're supposed to know. I don't think we'll ever know Zeno-sama's real power either, and I don't think we'll know the Namekian God's power. Because remember, the Namekian God is an Ultra Instinct user who created the Super Dragon Balls. There's no arguing that the Namekian God is not powerful as well. But we just don't know the tiers of a lot of these beings, and even Beerus has been made stronger twice since his introduction in Super. They redid how strong he was from the movie because he has a different quote on how much power he actually used against Goku.
Didn't he like 70?
That was a lie.
Yeah, he admits that he lied later on to Goku, and then that he was basically.
Because if you think about it, Beerus didn't even go. If you go to the ending when like the gods and stuff, like in the end of the series battle, it looks like Beerus didn't still go through power, but Goku did.
And you can't really. You gotta also constitute. How long has Beerus been asleep before that? Like he's literally not even awake that whole arc. I'd be hard pressed to argue that he's even awake now.
He's probably processing, like, still trying to wake up.
Yeah, like, it takes them so long to catch up that I really do not feel that we've seen anything that Beerus is capable of.
I wanna see, who is more capable as a better god of destruction, Beerus or Champa?
Arguable. I think Champa is a little more powerful, but I think Beerus has the stamina.
I'm going with the Beerus axe member. If you think about it, sometimes Whis is actually helping Beerus a little bit. So like he is his teacher. But I don't see how like Bottles is not like, I don't know what to expect, because we still haven't gotten a lot about their universe.
But they didn't critique. This is this is at least my opinion on why I say this. Champa was not critiqued by the other gods of destruction or angels for his power or the way that he ran things. Yet they made it a point to let us know that in the echelon of the gods of destruction, Beerus is like the lowest of the totem pole. Along with the clown, I forget his name, but the clown
he thought it would be.
Belmont.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, Belmont. Those are the two weakest gods of destruction, because that's why those two universes are the peak.
And if he was the weakest, then how did when Grand Priest say from the highest to the lowest universes, like your universe is basically on top, but then universe 7 is like at the bottom with universe. What universe is that?
Because it was a combination of the Kais, the people, the fighters, and the gods of destruction.
And you were talking about the people, and you talking about people, universe 7 did mostly die.
But no, because when I'm talking people, they specifically said in the Tournament of Power that the average person in other universes, the average person, okay, you have a little shotgun farmer at the beginning when Raditz shows up on Earth? That's an average person. In the other universes, those shotgun farmers are stronger than Goku and Vegeta. Those are the normal people's power level tiers. That's why Goku's all hyped about the other universes, because they just realized that they are the bottom of the totem pole. Even Jiren. Now, being as powerful as Jiren is, you know, Jiren, yes, he was the strongest in his universe, and he made up for the majority of his universe's power. But that's one guy. There are universes full of Jirens. So Jiren isn't special.
What's that one guy that just said he didn't talk to the Z? That's a lizard.
You mean like the fish guy or whatever he is? Like, oh.
No, when the gods, remember, you know how the gods was demonstrating the ring? And did
he was one of the first one who stood for Goku out of respect.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, when I was actually listening to what he said English and Japanese, he said when the god of destruction was fighting, he said there's no point. So does that make him like one of the strongest, or at least the oldest god of destruction? Like as you know?
Arguable. I mean, the only thing we know that really don't change out unless they literally wipe. I mean, gods of destruction come and go, and so I don't really feel like we know a lot when it comes
Remember,
to them.
God of Destruction has weakness if you kill the Supreme Kai.
Yep. Yeah, that just shows you how easy it is to take out us. Just go take out Supreme Kai, because what can freaking he do?
Nothing.
Kabuto, save me! Oh, wait, no, I can't do anything.
What he do?
I mean, Shin could do some stuff.
Shin is weak. Shin is weaker than a Super Saiyan 2.
He's weaker than Yamcha.
No, he's not.
They had their minds blown watching Gohan go Super 2 as an adult, and that was the weakest transformation he had in Dragon Ball Z.
They got scared because Goku was in base form. Gohan went Super Saiyan when they pulled out the sword. But Goku was base form and picked up the sword. They were both in shock. Like.
Then how strong is Elder Kai?
I mean, not strong. Not strong.
Well,
I mean,
strong enough
King Kai or Grand Kai, strong, but...
Strong, if you want to talk strong about Elder Kai, you get unlock Gohan's potential. So... And
yeah, but Babidi was an even threat for Shin. So, if Babidi's little weak self, even with magic, was a threat to the Supreme Kai, he can't be that powerful. He just can't.
Yeah, debatable, because remember, Supreme Kai only had Kibito around him to do his stuff, so...
What about the fusion between the Supreme Kai and Kibito?
Still debatable, really probably still weak.
Oh,
yeah, we don't know, like, the actual... He's Kibito was the upcoming Supreme Kai if something ever happened to him.
I mean, Yamu and Spopovich were threats to the Supreme Kai, and they were literally just Earthlings that couldn't even receive the full benefit of Majin. And they were a threat. Like, they were extremely intimidated.
So, if you talk about Supreme Kai's power, well, Shotgun Farmer could be stronger than them.
Wow.
Okay. But I don't believe that. I mean, as far as Kais go, and that and Zamasu. Now, to be fair,
Zamasu is different, okay?
Zamasu is weaker than a Super Saiyan 2, actually.
That's what I was going to say. Zamasu is one of the strongest Kais that we're aware of, and he...
Well, take that back, Kai in training.
Well, yeah, Kai in training, and he couldn't even keep up with Goku if Goku really went out, and Goku showed that there in the end. I mean, he even mocks him by doing the little rub under my nose with the finger as he's offering him his hand to pick him up. I mean, that's Japanese sign of you had no chance. That's a way to save face and be polite.
If we're talking about like the Zamasu difference, remember he did go immortal, but then he was actually stronger than Blue. With and with. Oh, not without. Cause I never seen Foster Temple without the immortality. But with the Master, the regular Kai or the Goku Black version?
No, the regular Kai.
Okay.
The Kai that's destroyed that Goku spars in Super Saiyan 2.
Okay, there we go.
And that's what I mean, and he's strong. Like, they literally tout the fact that he's incredibly powerful. And Goku fought him with ease. So he's an incredibly powerful Kai, even being a Kai in training, and obviously more powerful than his Supreme Kai. Then I really feel that Shen and Kabuto are just pathetically weak when all is said and done, because you can't look at Zamasu and then where Super Saiyan 1 blew our Supreme Kai's mind, Zamasu was like, oh, this is a Super Saiyan, I can hold my own against this. There's
and
just
he
no.
actually did a little bit.
Don't let him see
Yeah,
us.
and so because he's a technical fighter, he threw Goku off.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
But
If you think about it, we haven't actually seen Sin in action either way.
Yeah.
if we can cut his tail off,
So,
I don't
you
think he
don't
really. Well, to be fair, like for a long time, our universe got complacent. I mean, with Majin Buu sealed, they really know they couldn't do anything about Frieza, and you gotta have destruction in the universe too. Frieza literally walks around doing Beerus's job for him, which let him sleep for thousands of years.
And
But
well,
that
not just
said-
not just Frieza, the Saiyans too. Before
Well, true, but you know what I mean. I'm just
Yeah, I
Frieza
know.
single-handedly does Beerus' job alone. I mean, even look at the end of Broly. They're just blowing up planets like it's nothing. They're
Yo,
Just
I'm gonna
all the
point
way
out
back.
something.
yeah,
We're talking about the Kais. Okay, so in Super, Shin and Kibito Kai unfused, right?
how?
And in
I thought it
GT,
was permanent.
they stayed fused.
because they changed the lore of
Yeah.
the Patara.
Oh wow, yeah.
The Patara have new lore.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to be
man.
fair, you could also argue the fact
They
that
also wished to be unfused.
well, Vegeta and Goku. Vegeta was meant to be permanent, but then when they went inside of Majin Buu, they instantly came
They
apart.
dropped the
Yeah.
barrier.
That wasn't supposed to happen. So
Yeah, 'cause if it was either way, what's supposed to happen? That means to bring another
Hey,
theory.
Bobby.
Vegito's kid, aka Raw, the actual fighter, not the little loving. Sorry, guys, about the screen. The little slutty young Bulma.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So if Vegeta would have suffused, and if that would happen, then Raw would have actually been a fighter. So would Pan even more.
hmm
So they would have more potential than Gohan and Trunks together. So Brawl would have been the strongest female Saiyan besides Khalifa and Kale.
Yeah, because that's two Saiyans children. Yeah, yeah.
But to be fair, that wasn't a rewrite until Super 2. That's like the
Yeah.
S cell. Yes, half-breeds were powerful early on. I will argue.
Well,
You can look at Goten,
half-breeds-
Trunks, and Gohan and see that they're all powerful in their natural state.
I'm not gonna call Pan a half-breed. He's only 25%.
A quarter Saiyan.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
saying.
So basically, he has less potential than Brawl. Cause Gohan and Trunks are the only two. Future Trunks, that is. Has the only two with most potential I've ever seen. You don't know what's going on with Kid Trunks' potential because they are cutting them off. They're just there for no apparent reason.
And S cells are stronger when you're young. Like you have more S cells as a child.
Yeah.
Which is why the children tend to be usually stronger. Whereas like Gohan, you know, Gohan was powerful in early Z, but even Raditz knew that like Saiyan children, you know, he makes a comment about Gohan, and that, you know, Saiyan children were known to spike power levels for temporary amounts of time, and that
Yeah,
that's
but
why he didn't think Gohan was a threat.
Gohan controlled that power from doing the cell.
That's what made him different, is he controlled it, he raised it.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to control it at all. That's what they even got him more potential to unlock.
Especially
So-
considering, look how weak Goku is in Dragon Ball as a child. I mean,
Well,
although
and
they did
anyone-
placebo affect him.
yeah, and
Well,
anyone
weak
like
for a
Dragon Ball,
Saiyan, yeah, but weak for a human,
No.
no, he's not
Even
weak for a
Yamcha
human.
was holding up against Goku in the beginning.
Yeah, but remember, Goku didn't know he was a Saiyan. He thought he was like a regular human.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they changed it, but I mean,
Yeah.
we always knew something was different about Goku with the fact that he was
Yeah.
the only one in a show of humans.
Imagine if Goku knew if he was a Saiyan, like he lost all of his other memory, but he still knew he was a Saiyan and not a
So,
human.
like, yeah, I see where you're going. Then he probably would have actually stood or actually tried to destroy Earth.
Yep.
Well, remember, Grandpa Gohan was there, so Grandpa
I'm talking
Gohan
about
would've
if he
actually
didn't
changed
remember
mind.
his orders, but he still knew he was a Saiyan. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but even when Grandpa Gohan found him, he was wild. Like he's all biting Gohan and attacking him and all that stuff, and Gohan literally had to, even though he didn't have memories, he still had to civilize him because he was wild. He wasn't like a normal
civilize him. You want to go there? They was in the woods. He lived in the woods. He still does.
Yeah.
But that's because of Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi picked their house. They even say that she picked where they live because she doesn't like living around other people.
Yeah, I thought Boy was supposed to be dominant in a relationship.
Beer. I'll be right back.
Goku's relationship.
Chi-Chi just took him around.
Because that's like the only guy. Remember in Ox King's kingdom, there were no men. It was like Ox King and his daughter. And that was like
and Goku's a friend.
And he's the only one that she ever met. And
well,
so,
besides Yamcha saying,
true.
"Oh, I'm in love with you."
But Yamcha was already like, way older.
Yamcha was like in his mid-20s.
You know, originally in the first 2 drafts of Dragon Ball, originally Bulma was Goku, and then they made a male version because he did 6 versions where he actually was drawing chapters before it caught on, and they just slightly tweaked it every time. But in most of the original versions of Dragon Ball, Goku and Bulma are meant to be an item. In fact, the age gap, even in original Dragon Ball, according to Akira Toriyama, with the finished version where Goku was Goku, because a lot of the versions you see of early Dragon Ball, Goku has Bulma's hair color, he's wearing a scouter, he has the tail, and he's wearing Capsule Corp stuff on a motorbike. That's what a lot of what you see of the early renditions of Dragon Ball. And then they decided to make it 2 distinct characters, Bulma and Goku, and that they were tied together, because Bulma will never disappear from Dragon Ball. It will not work without her. She's too integral.
They actually really need her, because like in the original, she's actually even though she was kind of like unprofessional-ish. I'm not gonna curse trash, so. But yeah, she's still.
I'm back. Also, someone asked, how come Chi-Chi doesn't fight?
She retired. She actually married a fighter, which actually fell in love with him. Yada yada yada. But then she doesn't like it no more. Blah blah blah.
Well, it doesn't make money. That's why she gave up fighting, because as a warrior.
Doesn't make money.
You've really done it this time.
Look at Mr. Satan.
Well, Mr. Satan is an exception. No one else in any of the martial art tournaments makes money. And a lot of the money Mr. Satan made, he was rich early on. But like when you see Mr. Satan after the Cell games, when he's like breaking open solid gold bars by jumping out of helicopters to do karate chops, and
but then he missed that one at the bottom
after Cell.
When he broke all that, he only missed one at the bottom that actually hurt his hand.
Yep.
Chi-Chi is basically like 18 almost. Really?
Don't get me wrong, because Chi-Chi still fights to a degree. She taught Goten how to fight.
Yeah.
A little
Goten was enough of a contender to being trained by Chi-Chi to hold his own in a real battle against Trunks in that World Martial Art Tournament.
That was actually a good battle.
He couldn't even fly. He couldn't fly. He told Trunks he was cheating because Trunks was flying, because Goten didn't even know how. Not yet.
Remember, Goten never, okay. So Goten didn't have a father for 7 years, okay. He only had Gohan, but remember, Gohan was too busy to actually train on it, so they heard about the tournament. Chi-Chi was more focused on Gohan getting into the school, which is like 1 billion miles away. But only
Vegeta using the Destructo Disc. Wow.
But I mean, she still trained him.
Yeah.
Because she was the first one to, the first person to see Goten go Super Saiyan was Chi-Chi. And she's why he was afraid of it. Because when she was training him, he went Super Saiyan, and she went off on him. And when Gohan starts training him, he's like, oh, I can do that. Gohan's like, what? And he's like, I couldn't even do it until I was 11 years old. And he's like, yeah, but mom won't let me. And Gohan tells them that he'll keep it a secret.
They did it just because, okay?
The game's amazing though.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, this discussion is giving me a fucking headache. And I'm just legit in contact.
Yo, no cussing, buddy.
Flying around.
Just let him go.
Oh
You're
my
in
God,
Conton City while Mira and Toa are here. Oh,
Shut bad. What universe is that?
this is... Okay, this is confusing.
The Trunks in Xenoverse is one of the versions of Trunks from the Super
in the parallel timeline,
in a parallel timeline, and he didn't want to have two Trunks on the same planet, so he became
the Time Patrol.
Yeah, so Xeno is actually technically not canon.
I know.
It's both.
It's one of those timelines like GT. It's just a what if scenario.
Yeah.
There's a lot of what ifs in the Dragon Ball universe, but if they actually write it good, it could actually happen.
It's you.
Oh my God! And my throat hurts.
That was a good one.
Planet would be toast.
I had someone
But if we're gonna do
arguing
this,
on
you gotta blow this guy away with everything
Goku
you got when he
Black
comes
Arc
back.
that it didn't make sense.
So
that
wait,
Trunks was there all alone in the future.
I have a question. So if Xeno's canon, right?
It's a canon timeline. It is not the canon timeline,
I'm saying like
but it is a canon timeline.
Non-canon, but does that make you canon-ish?
Technically, the Time Patrollers are canon, because Trunks is the Time Patroller.
So that means Golden Key is canon. Okay.
But I don't know. I know they count Time Patroller Trunks, the what is her name? Stupid Kai.
Corona?
Yeah, the pink Kai, the girl.
Yeah, Corona.
And Fu are canon. Now they're canon in a alternate timeline, but they are all three canon.
In the Dragon Balls.
Well, yeah, because without the Supreme Kai time, everything would. I'm gonna say it.
So you mean
wow.
Yamcha can't ever be?
Even though, obviously, Xenoverse came out before Super, they did not rewrite that to be canon until after the Zamasu arc. Because they had another Trunks, and they're like, well, what are we going to do with this Trunks?
So if you think about it, how many Trunks are there? Like 1,000, right?
As far as I'm aware, in canon and alternate timelines, there's 4.
Kid,
the original Trunks that comes back from the future, Kid Trunks on Earth. The Trunks that comes back from Super is not the Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. It is a different timeline.
Yeah, we can tell. Look at the hair.
And then there's the other Trunks from the other alternate timeline Earth that they didn't blow up and ended on before Zamasu was in the sky and Zeno-sama wiped him out. And that Trunks, because there were 2 in the same world, because they brought everybody back.
You're wrong. There's 5 Trunks, because remember how Cell was explaining how he got back from the past?
Oh yeah, he killed Trunks.
So there's actually 5 Trunks. There's actually 5 that actually know.
But he didn't become canon until Xenoverse became canon after Zamasu, because they used that as a way to... I think it was a way to write in Fu and the Supreme Kai of Time.
That's the way of them saying they're canon, but we don't know it.
Pretty much. Because there are things that the games have made, there are things that have been adopted now.
Okay, I think I beat the Saiyan saga. Okay, that took like 6 hours. 7.
In the game? Yeah, everyone knows that now.
Everyone knows that, buddy.
Even I know it. I don't even have
Mira, Toa, and Android 21 are in the game, but Android 21 isn't necessarily an android.
She's not an android yet. Not in that time yet.
Yeah.
Oh, remember the science convention when they were talking about in the Dragon Ball Z, remember, every scientist knows, so technically, Dr. Dro was the only android scientist there, so Android 21 wasn't created yet. She's like created afterward. And
Dr. Dro got himself turned into an android, though.
I don't know how it's possible, but...
Android 19.
Cool. Or Android 16. Crash Chat, can you ask us a Dragon Ball question? When I get back, because my throat is getting dry and I'm about to eat.
Okay. Okay, someone in my chat's asking, what about Few? What is he? Is he a demon like Toa and Mira?
No.
He's a created entity.
Wait. He's
if
created.
we talk about demon, remember his full power? He's a 50-50 chance. But Few is different. He doesn't want to be like. He don't want the demon to run his family. He even explained it in the Xenoverse 2 DLC. So if you want to listen for there, go. But I'm gonna get my right back.
He states that he is an artificially created construct made up of using cells and materials from Toa and Mira.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'll get to what you
And people were asking, does that necessarily make Few? Huh?
No, it's not that. It's that for some reason, whether it's because of Heroes as well or whatever, that he has come out in an interview and said that Fu is canon. So, and I don't know in what sense. And again, canon in Dragon Ball Z can also mean an alternate timeline. You know, in canon Dragon Ball, Gohan killed Cell. But in canon Dragon Ball, Trunks also kills Cell. So, it just depends on what timeline of the canon you're looking at. But yes, Fu is canon. Although, a lot of the people like Cumber and... What was that Jester's name in Xenoverse? Morpheus guy, he doesn't have any role. He just automatically pops up at the end of Xenoverse. He's like, everything was me! Haha!
I don't think that was Xenoverse.
No, yeah, the freaking stupid other guy.
Wait,
like,
you talking about Demigra?
Is it Demigra?
The one who tried to seize control of the time nest?
Yeah, at the very, very end, through the DLC, after the end game, like, once you...
Well, I mean, he was the main villain besides from Mira and Toa in Xenoverse 1. That was Demigra.
Like, he's not even in the... Well, at least in Xenoverse he's in the game. He makes like one cameo at the beginning of Xenoverse 2, and then you gotta buy an expansion for him to actually show up at the end of the game. Because, well, now that's not even the end of the game. With
Deborah, he shows up with Deborah. Like, in the extra pack.
Yeah, now that's not even the canon ending, because now isn't the canon ending Goku and Oob?
What's that saying?
I guess.
Oh, the new Xeno pack added another ending. So technically, Demigra isn't the end of Xenoverse anymore. It's Goku and Oob at the tournament. But Demigra isn't. And like Cumber, I don't think the Oobs, I mean the Boobs in Heroes, a lot of these TIE Patroller, Goku and Vegeta are not any of these people.
Wait, so Toki is irrelevant, you're saying?
Yeah.
No. Oh wait, Toki.
The bird. Yes.
Yeah, the bird. Yes.
I don't know, honestly.
So wait, you know how you were talking about there was 5
Apparently,
trunks, right?
his eggs hatches universes or something, I don't know.
So, you know how you said there was 5 trunks, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean there's 5 Gokus and Vegetas?
I guess theoretically there's an infinite amount of timelines, so there are other worlds.
We got the Xeno, we got the... Well, we have so many Goku and Vegetas, but yeah, they still don't show the Dragon Ball Super ones, because that's the actual Trunks timeline where they're all dead. So that means in another timeline, Gohan is alive. Super Gohan.
But in most of the timelines, he did do an interview about the timelines, and he just said that he really didn't know himself. All he stated that was fact was that in most of the realities of Earth, Goku dies, therefore Vegeta never got strong, and he dies as well. And in most timelines, Goku and Vegeta end up not existing. Now, obviously, there's an infinite amount of timelines going by timeline logic. So there's always going to be an exception where you can fight a Goku and a Vegeta. But in most timelines, Goku died.
See, I would like to make my exception right now. Akira Toriyama, if you're listening to this from Crash Stream, bring back Bardock.
I think I can handle this.
I think they ruined Bardock by doing everything they've done with Bardock.
In Super,
Really strong.
Now Bardock is a time-traveling Super Saiyan who fought Frieza's ancestors. That's crap. If Bardock could have done that, then they undo the entire point of everything to do with the Saiyans if you acknowledge that Bardock time traveled to fight Chill.
Well,
That's
he didn't mean
stupid.
Remember, he didn't mean to time travel.
No, I know, but if Bardock could just go Super Saiyan, then he could have just gone Super Saiyan or any other Super Saiyan. It undoes the fact that Goku, Goku literally, and the fact that in original Dragon Ball, Bardock shows up after Goku in his head. He hears his father, and I knew you would be the one, my son. It even undoes the father-son message that Goku, the only thing he ever heard from his dad. Oh, you're the only one, except when I did it in the past. No, that's stupid. That's when rewriting gets bad.
If you think about it,
I've been doing side quests as well, by the way.
If you look how Bardock Super Saiyan is, right? It wasn't actually Super Saiyan.
I mean,
it had lightning in its aura, and its spike. The hair was a little spiked up more.
It was Super Saiyan 2.
I mean, the only way I can the only thing I will give it is they do talk about a legend. When Vegeta is talking about the Super Saiyan legend on Namek, he does mention that over 1,000 years ago, that there was the legendary Super Saiyan, and that is the only way I can, is Bardock being that guy. But but the only time we've ever seen the words legendary Super Saiyan in the franchise as a whole is tied to Broly, not anyone else. So, how is he the legendary Super Saiyan if Broly's the legendary Super Saiyan?
Well, he's saying about the first ever. He's saying about the legendary Super Saiyan, the first one ever. And then Bardock is the first Super Saiyan. It wasn't Goku. So fuck off.
Yeah, Bardock was the first Super Saiyan.
I do know that if you watch the DVD specials about Broly, he talks about the fact that old Super Saiyans were a misconception. Remember when Krillin and Yamcha and all them are training in the hyperbolic time chamber and they're all in trouble? And they're fighting the low-class, weak Saiyans? They're talking, and every time they mentioned Super Saiyan, they showed that they were either to do with the moon or the Were-Ape transformation. And so, if you look at the special features on Broly, in one of the interviews, they talk about that there might be some misinterpretation as far as what Saiyans considered Super Saiyan. Maybe that Bardock, and then after Bardock, they are their own breed, and the Super Saiyans before them were more like Broly, or the Were-Ape from Super Saiyan, transformations in GT. But they haven't given us there's no definitive answer yet, because the new Bible has not been updated with Broly yet, or Nearest.
Well, we just have to wait then.
Yeah, so right now it is a waiting game to figure out, because, as I said, I've got guides that one of them was $179, and it covers literally every. I do not have the Kai one. I got another one too.
I gotta get the Super and GT one. I gotta look more into that.
And those Bibles are really handy, although a lot of the Dragon Ball stuff is outdated anymore, because
hey there,
the power level system is completely different when Majin Buu, Kid Buu had 3 million or 3.5 million power levels. Super Saiyan 3 was 3 million. Vegeta is boasting 2 million in his base form. That's all gone.
Even though it's all gone, but it's still fun to have, just to collect it, just to have it.
Oh yeah.
If you want to be a true Dragon Ball fan, be a collector.
Oh, definitely. Problem is they rewrite the freaking lore every freaking arc.
Did you fight everything like every time? Like it starts all over.
Like Zenkai Boost. Where was Zenkai Boost when they were fighting Goku Black or Zamasu?
There were.
But in the Tournament of Power, man, Goku and Vegeta especially.
Hey, Landon.
When he goes against Jiren for the first time, Jiren won't even acknowledge him, and then you can see Jiren's movements in the later half of the Tournament of Power. And then all of a sudden, he's grown so much that he's now a contender.
He only grew stronger, what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, literally. He just...
Wow.
And that whole tournament is under 1 hour. What was it, 46 minutes?
You look really strong.
Damn. If you,
shows you how fast Saiyans can grow.
So, yeah, remember, they have limited power, and remember, Stan grows stronger every time they fight. But, so when they Crash said, are we not going to see Broly? We might not. We don't know yet.
Yeah, he is canon, in manga and anime. In fact, at the end of the Tournament of Power, because it ended a week before Broly was released.
The first Broly is not canon, so
yeah, Broly is non-canon.
Yeah, so even though it was like there could have been no way.
He'll be right back. He'll be right back.
Oh my god! Well, I can pick my feet. My feet so hurt.
Okay.
So I got this. I put this special key that actually helps clear my throat. But, yep.
All right. You watching my stream or not? Oh wait, yeah, you are.
Yep.
Who am I fighting right now?
You're fighting the ugly people.
These robot things.
Don't know why they're in Dokkan battle, but okay. Oh my god, but we just, how long have we been talking for non-stop? Like what, 2,000 hours?
2 hours.
Oh my god, literally 2 hours?
Yes, literally 2 hours. As long as I had the stream up, y'all been talking.
So, for your stream, it's been 40 minutes.
My stream has been 2 hours.
No, you started streaming 40 minutes ago.
No, I started streaming 2 hours ago.
I'll probably refresh it. Give me a second.
Yeah, you gotta refresh it.
Quick note, Broly, the movies, original movies, the 3, if you count the Lost movie, because that is, in the end, the end enemy was a guy who fused with the essence of Broly.
So, so where I was going, so I don't know, it was like, how can you fight Broly before the Cell started, but yet Cell still hadn't detected it? Cause that's when Gohan was in Super Saiyan, Trunks was his Ultra form along with Vegeta, and Goku Master Super Saiyan. So that could not have been during the Cell.
Did you say Goku Black?
Era. No, Goku.
Well, to be fair, Broly was like one of Akira Toriyama's most hated movies. In fact, I'm surprised he made Kale, because Kale, that was the point of Kale. Kale was created to. Alright, if you really, really like old Broly, then we'll give you Kale, so that when we remake Broly, you're not losing that.
And if, remember that spoiler of the fake Yamoshi Legendary Super Saiyan? When I saw him with Legendary Super Saiyan, I was said, are you kidding me? Broly's coming back? I was like, oh my god.
I was actually disappointed until I saw it, and I feel that it's the best Dragon Ball movie they've ever done. I think as far as it's a little slow to start, but what Dragon Ball movie isn't? But other than that movie is great.
You want to talk about slow start? I think Fusion Reborn. Cause remember, they just went like when the Soul Calibur Machine popped, the number just came out, so there was no time in that.
Oh, by the way, there was people at my school freaking talking about the Broly movie, and some people didn't even know what the anime freaking was. That's how freaking popular it was.
You want? Hey, Crash, let me get a plane ticket over there. Get some facts.
I mean, I would.
It does well. It breaks records. They were the first ones to win. Like, they were the first anime to win real legit movie rewards and stuff like that. Dragon Ball Broly.
I have a question. All Dragon Ball movies, right? What was the worst one? Crash, don't answer this, alright?
You should really go see Master Roshi.
I'm
sure he's been worried sick about you.
No, Evolution.
Oh well,
yeah,
nobody
Evolution
counts.
Garbage.
That was like okay. I like the Great Ape. I like the Almighty Origin. That's the only thing that was good about it.
Piccolo the Sith Lord.
Feel free to take it easy.
When did Goku ever go to school?
Exactly.
Like an uncut scene or something?
He never does.
Finished, you come straight back here.
Well,
you hear me?
that's what happens when you Americanize something. Full Metal, Death Note. It doesn't matter. It's all garbage because it's always going to be that bad when you try to change something that doesn't.
I'm gonna type this in.
Yeehaw, cowboy, white boy.
Gohan does
Yo, I'm a white boy. Get over here. Oh my gosh.
Gohan does take after his dad Goku. Yes and no. Alright, the warriorness, yes. Braveness, yes. But everything else about Goku, hell no.
And his belief as a fighter. Gohan uses the same trigger that Goku uses to go Super Saiyan. In fact, Gohan's transformation was using the same image of Frieza killing everybody that Goku used. That was what Goku pushed him with to get him to do it because Gohan couldn't find the hate and anger in himself. And see, that's another thing. That's
okay.
Back on the Vegeta thing, although I know it's a long, far ways away. They tried so hard to make him unique for no reason. Vegeta, the one Saiyan who doesn't use anger and loss to go Super Saiyan, he just didn't have to care. And then he just instantly went Super Saiyan.
He just cried and punched the floor.
Yeah.
I'm in space! How am I breathing?
Wait. What was Kid Trunks reason of going Super Saiyan?
Sensing some evil energy.
I don't think we got Kid Trunks'. I don't think we've actually gotten his why Kid Trunks was able to transform.
I understand Goten. I don't understand Trunks. Wow. I can't Toyama, you're picking up
okay.
So much.
And we only know Goten did because Goten says that, you know, personally he said to Gohan that he wasn't allowed because he had used it against Chi-Chi and Chi-Chi was like, nope, and banned him from it.
He was like, nah,
reason why Goten had it.
Did I just fly through this enemy and kill him? What the heck? I just flew through him and killed him. And I got a trophy. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing for them. Oh, come on now. Don't be that easy.
No, I like it. How in movies, one of Goku's favorite attacks in every movie is to bite somebody.
He bit everyone
even Beerus.
Cell. He bit everyone besides Cell.
And Frieza.
No, he bit Frieza. He bit Frieza's
tail.
He
bit Frieza's tail.
Yeah.
He bit
Majin Buu as well. Yeah.
He bit Majin Buu in the dome. He bit Frieza in the tail. He bit.
He bites Broly when Broly has him in the lava by the throat. He bites Broly on his hand.
Bro,
yeah.
He bit Whis. I'm surprised.
Yeah, he did.
But he never bit Cell.
Yeah, he never bit Cell. I saw a meme on that as well.
Goku never really went against Cell though. Goku never took that as a serious fight.
Yeah. Like Goku never tried against Cell.
Oh, so since he's here, right, Crash? Remember how we were talking about Turles?
Yeah.
Related or not related? What's your opinion on that?
I hate Turles. I think Tree Micro is the worst thing that they've ever created. And that's another reason why I think Goku Black is incredibly boring because, ooh, it's Turles without a scouter, yay. Like, I mean, come on. They couldn't even come up with anything original for that arc.
No, like, I know you don't like the movie, but...
At least the slime alien guys, like Slime Vegeta, at least that was original. Even though that's horrible too.
Oh, so
yeah, that was horrible.
Vegeta when he came against Super? That's another point. With the Slime Vegeta, if they didn't defeat Vegeta fast, he would disappear unless he didn't stuck on the pacifier, right? Remember, Vegeta spit out the pacifier, trying to save Trunks. Vegeta would have got himself killed right there. It's done with.
One way to kill off Vegeta.
Fuck. Oh my F off.
I could see that actually.
You can't have one without the other at this point, but Vegeta or Dragon Ball Z is.
Remember, okay, Goku's starting Vegeta. I'm gonna admit that, right? But remember, you need Goku for some fight to win in their family, and so does Vegeta, like the Cell Saga. I was saying that.
Why is there Cybermen here? Why is there freaking Cybermen here?
They wouldn't be like after the Cell Saga, right? They would have been without Vegeta attacking Cell from the back. And then doing damage to him, getting caught, taking him off guard.
Yo, I feel like what was one of the most wasted moments of Vegeta was during the Cell arc where did Cell kill Trunks, like completely kill him? Yeah, he killed Trunks and Vegeta couldn't. He just charged that Cell, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was super perfect Cell.
Yeah. But he couldn't do anything. Like one of the.
I mean, it's hard to have love for a character whose literal role in the show is no one can kill Kakarot but me. One shot, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like that's Vegeta in every movie, in every story arc, from beginning to the end. That is Vegeta. Kakarot's mine. No, the only time he actually, in my opinion, wins a has to beat up an android that literally only comes up to his kneecaps, and he barely does that. Okay? That's his one real win in all of Dragon Ball, and it's not even canon.
Wait, hold on. No.
You gonna mention the Ginyu Force?
Yeah, Vegeta killed the whole Ginyu Force, so fuck off.
Who were stronger than Vegeta after training with King Kai before Vegeta even left Namek?
But still, Vegeta killed the whole Ginyu Force. So he killed the four. Wait.
Yeah, he killed Guldo. He got whooped by Raccoon.
And still killed them. He killed Bird.
Even though Goku left to spare them, Goku could have killed them easily.
And the only reason he did that is literally Goku one-shot Raccoon, who played Mop Doll with Vegeta. Yeah. And Goku's gut check done. Raccoon was out.
It wasn't Mop Doll. It was wrestling. Okay. But yeah, Vegeta, even though the Ginyu Force is strong, Vegeta actually killed all of them. Even though Ginyu transformed into a new body, aka Tagamo, which is actually really strong.
Yeah,
Vegeta still managed to kill him.
didn't kill Ginyu though.
You go Tagamo Ginyu, so shut up.
And even then, Gohan had to jump in, and it was Vegeta and Gohan who beat Ginyu in Goku's body, not Vegeta. He needed a child to save his ass again. Sorry. Yeah. But that's my point. Vegeta does not serve a role in Dragon Ball Z. He beats two whole people in the entire Dragon Ball Z. Quiku, the Majin guy that he beats up really fast on his home planet after Goku beat up Yakan. And he beats up the other android in that movie. That's like literally Vegeta's. Even Android 18 just stomps him around.
Yeah. And Android 18 is the weakest out of 17, 16, and 18.
You can argue that Goku wore the hell out of the android before Vegeta stepped in with Goku's losing because of heart violence.
Yeah.
Because the android was struggling against Goku and it was heavy breathing before Goku even dropped out of the battle. Goku's all like, hold his chest.
I was gonna say who killed Dr. Gero, but that was Android 17, never mind.
Yep.
Oh, also, yeah, Vegeta got embarrassed by Android 18, even though she's the weakest out of that trio.
That's actually facts.
I'm an Almighty Super Saiyan! Done.
16, got kicked in the arm, done.
16
was the strongest.
He was the actual Android created. But 17 and 18 were actually humans turned in, so...
Yeah, which that was RetroCon. She was not originally done that way, but they had to, because how can they make Krillin and her have a baby unless... But in fact, there's even a moment that, in fact, that's one of the things Kai adds, is all the talking between Android 17 and 18 while they're driving around getting cowboy and cowgirl outfits. Because they were not brother and sister originally. They were not even related, and now it's like they're related, they are human. there, like all these different factors have changed about the androids over the years.
You know people still posting of like their real names? Bro, that's like 4 billion years ago. Who doesn't know that still?
A lot of people like catch up though, you know, late. I mean, I still have people trying to tell me about Bleach. But Bleach has been over for 7 years.
You know what I hate? Upcoming Dragon Ball, like, okay, upcoming Dragon Ball viewers, like, you watch Super, not the rest. And then you can go from there saying it's great. This thing, like, that's the only thing that's good after you've seen.
Oh yeah, villainous Cyberman, how dare.
Oh my god, my throat is so dry.
I mean, they all have their unique things. Dragon Ball is a comedy. Dragon Ball Z is an action anime. And Dragon Ball Super is kind of a hybrid.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball original was meant to be a comedy.
Yeah.
Then when it was proceeding, it got into action. It went to less comedy, like it was more serious. Sexual content at Master Roshi and pointy ass Bulma. Let's see, Bula. I'm not going to talk about her.
Okay.
GT, when Pan got turned into a little dog, the guy almost adjusted.
That's one that I feel that fans, because Bula was never meant to be anything serious, and I think he gave that to fans.
Almost. She was meant to be. Remember with Vegito?
But I mean, at the same, like, she was a really, really late cameo. I mean, she doesn't even exist until the last couple of episodes of Dragon Ball GT. She's just there. Like, actually, in fact, no, they haven't even gone, and she's not there in the beginning, and Bulma is not pregnant when they get the 1 year to make and birth a baby for the Dragon Balls. I mean, maybe you could argue that, okay, let's say the moment they leave and go into space, Vegeta gets Bulma pregnant. But even then, they're barely over a year at the end of GT.
You don't know.
So for them to be like carrying around a baby that's already like eyes open and with hair and all that was kind of
okay.
You could tell that was definitely.
You know how Goku got that heart virus, right? Yep. He went into space in Yardjet. So that means everyone else that got one, including Gohan and Bulma, even though they went out into space, but they didn't know what was up there besides going to Namek.
I mean,
they went to new.
It originated
Namek,
from Yardrat though.
And only Goku went to Yardrat.
Yeah.
Although that means that Vegeta could get the heart virus now that he's trained on Yardrat.
Yeah.
Hey, Future Trunks, can you bring another antidote?
Yeah, really.
Oh wait.
Let's mess up the timeline again.
Imagine that happens. I'm like, alright, so there's another Trunks. That's 6.
We'll have 7 Trunks. No, because there's always got to be 2. Because he always displaces another Trunks. He never goes back to like his reality. He goes back to like some other Trunks' reality. I think
you don't want to go into reality because of Gohan.
You're looking fit as a fiddle.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
And I also see that's another reason why, like, I get why they didn't know where to go with Trunks. As a kid, you know, Gohan was his big everything in his original lifetime.
Well, yeah,
and then Kid Trunks isn't tied the same way.
Yes,
but like, they should have tied them together, like. From past and future. Kid Trunks is basically around in Goten 24/7.
And you know the funny thing is, like, Trunks was way more attached to Goku than he really was anybody else. Like that whole timeline, everything he talks about, it's Goku. His basis for everything, as a fighter, power level, speed. If Goku can't do it, like, Trunks is so smitten by the concept of Goku.
Imagine a Goku and Trunks fusion.
No, but remember, Bulma was trying to show how like Goku was good, but actually Trunks never actually like knew Goku. He never knew him at all. Cause remember, Goku died of the heart virus. So you only heard the stories of like the D fighters to like now.
All my fire pits just got destroyed.
You can't miss her.
But I still feel bad for it. I'm still sad about Future Gohan dying. Like that's
leaves little to the imagination. I can still picture her tactile
I have one major question. So when Kung got erased, right? And when we repaired it, so does that mean Future Gohan's alive?
Very calm, sweet person.
Calm and sweet.
I think it would be more along the lines of you repaired it to what it was before.
No, cause he said he's gonna repair all the destruction and like bring everyone back.
But I think they were talking more along the lines of like Goku Black had already wiped out humanity. Remember, there's only like 30 people alive on the whole planet at the end of that arc. They're all standing there with Mai and frickin' Bulma.
You know what's crazy? Goku, Vegeta, they all died, right? In Future Saga. How the fuck is Yajirobe alive?
Because he hides. Remember, he's always on Korin's lookout. Most people don't even know that Korin's alive or even a thing. Korin is who most people considered God before they even realized that Piccolo and Kami were really the Earth's deities, but they're not really the Earth's deities because they're not really gods.
Pretty split.
Even still, like, yeah, I mean, I guess in like Namek's sense they could be considered a deity, but they're still not really a deity on Earth.
Well, that's Super Kami Dende.
I mean,
Super Kami Guru.
Dende literally just came up and he's like, I can do your job.
No, I am Super Kami Guru. You can't show my job.
Since the whole race was tied to Guru, I would have considered Guru the god, if anything.
Yeah.
But dude, he drank water, alright? That's how fat he is.
But that's all they do. Nameks don't eat, they only consume water. That's why Beerus and Whis wouldn't go to Namek.
And plus, Guru could have been in his giant form the whole time.
Fat. But remember, it's forbidden. Of course, Lord Slug versus ruler. Wait, so earlier you talking about the god in the Namek, right? Like his secret Dragon Balls, right?
Yeah.
So do you think, I'm just saying, theoretical, if Piccolo meets him, right? You think, and he sets up in like in Piccolo, you think Piccolo will be the next Namekian king or something?
I definitely think it's a possibility. I'm of the firm belief that Piccolo, seeing the power of what Nameks have the potential to have in them in the Tournament of Power, was a sign that Piccolo was going to come back. Because those Nameks were contenders. But I did love the fact that, you know what, Piccolo may not be able to throw a punch the way a Super Saiyan God can throw. He still has one hell of a ki blast. That's for sure.
And he still has one hell of a son.
That's true. Because Gohan is pretty much Portugal's son at this point. He babysits Gohan's son more than frickin' Videl and Gohan are even home.
Bro,
Gohan's son, you mean daughter?
Yeah, pet daughter.
So this is what Piccolo should do, right? Open a daycare.
Piccolo and Gohan are more like best friends, if anything.
Yeah, cause like Piccolo was actually the only friend Gohan had that was close to him for like 6 to 7 months.
Yeah, but all Piccolo did at the beginning was leave Gohan to freaking
to leave him survive. Be really good.
Yeah, because Gohan, that was the big thing for
Remember, Gohan was pathetic, but he had to learn to survive on his own. Remember, not everyone's gonna be around for long, so he has to actually adapt to it real quick.
Yeah.
Like, I understand where you're going from. Like, okay, Piccolo leaving Gohan alone, because like Gohan's like what, 4 at that time?
Yeah.
How the fuck? Hold on.
He even kidnapped him. He didn't just freaking. He stole him. He stole him from Goku's house and just took him for a year.
Well, no, like Goku's house, he actually took him from the middle of nowhere.
Still, originally he's stalking him outside the house because he sees him with Icarus. And he stops from grabbing him right there in the beginning because Chi-Chi walks out of the house.
I was gonna say, what happened to Icarus? Icarus died. Never mind. So I was thinking, so you
in
know
the
how
abridged movie, oh man, one of the abridged movies, they actually, and I know it's abridged, but they went on, they gave you what happened to Icarus.
So
and Goku ate Icarus at the end of one of the movies. He's like, "Are you dragging me?"
So if you think about it, right? So the age is like 739, right?
Yep.
So that's basically before. So that's basically before our time in like the 21st century. So technically, in my dumbass mind, Super Saiyans actually exist.
Okay.
So,
but the timeline has changed too.
I know my logic is retarded, guys. You know that.
Like
I'm fighting underwater, bro.
Like even in watching, I liked watching in Broly, but you could really see in Broly.
Okay, I don't see
you the age bar that spins as Goku's growing up.
That's actually really unique. I like how they did that. That's actually
okay,
really cool.
I don't see Chi-Chi marrying Vegeta, but I can see Bulma marrying Goku. I could see that.
Yeah, in fact, that was a big plot line in the first
I was just about to say that.
seasons.
This would be a big plot. Like, if Goku never met Chi-Chi, it would have been Bulma and Goku the entire time.
Because Goku would have matured fast enough that he could have dated Bulma realistically the same way Vegeta would. Because remember, Vegeta's still a little kid when Goku's coming out of the pod. Vegeta's not that much older than Goku when all is said and done.
They're like,
so if Vegeta can be with her, then Goku could be with her.
It wouldn't matter because remember, Saiyans don't age, so they can predict the Earth except for die and then move on.
True.
So if Saiyans don't age, right?
I mean, they age, they just age. It's like, again, it's Superman.
No. Think about it.
Superman has to be like 80 years old before you can really tell that he's gotten any age on him. And Saiyans are,
but
according to everything
it.
I've ever read, he literally states Saiyans age like Kryptonians. So that means that like a Saiyan will be, and well, it's a big thing.
A pure Saiyan, right? A pure Saiyan, right?
Yeah, a pure Saiyan, not a half breed. I don't know. I don't know. If there's anything canon that says a quarter or a half breed Saiyan ages.
Only thing that was canon was.
Well, I mean, Pan was 100 years old in that GT special, though.
Right.
Yeah, but Pan's a quarter Saiyan, and
she doesn't have that much. She don't have that many Saiyan blood in her. She don't have that much.
But she could have just aged naturally, and they do let you know that it is a big jump in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Pan goes from being all a little girl to being on her deathbed with Goku Jr.
That's how he changed Super Saiyan 2. Boom.
That's the only reason I didn't like the GT special. You're literally named Goku Jr. and the only person of your family line left is Pan?
Yeah.
How are you a mini Goku?
I don't know. So that means
how much of a Saiyan is he? Like 2%?
What's that 25? 0.
But he's still a Super Saiyan. I don't know how.
He looks exactly like Vegeta. It's like, how did that happen? Even Vegeta's kids look nothing like him. They look like his wife.
Someone said, how old is Piccolo? He's 7.
Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z at the beginning is more like...
like 7 or something. He's 7 in the original. Because remember, he wasn't born.
Piccolo's a child.
This has to be
Piccolo is a child.
He's the incarnation of himself.
The younger. Oh, right, that's true. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Because he was Piccolo. It's just, as Junior, he didn't feel all the hang-ups that the original Piccolo had over Kami and all that, so he didn't follow it the same way. He just wanted to fight Goku because Goku was a good combatant. Goku was a good test for him to prove how strong he really was.
Piccolo wants to kill Goku, but he can't. What Android's doing, it's all itty bitty.
Oh, there's launch, bro.
Please, don't do this.
And I mean, even Tien was, a contender for Piccolo back then.
Yeah.
Blue hair, same outfit that Master Roshi
That would have been a cool fight. That's something I kind of wish we always could have seen. Tien versus Piccolo.
Arguing with some people.
Oh my god. Dragon Ball has such good memories, but yet they still are ruined because I can't tell you. I
said fork it over, so fork it over!
They changed too much, like Dragon Ball Super, the facial hair thing. Their hair is born the way that it is the day that they're born, meaning if you have a beard, you are born with a beard. And Vegeta and Goku walked out with beards out of the hyperbolic time chamber.
No,
yeah, that's
weird.
weird.
Just thinking about that, right? You know how Goten was doing? He was actually doing what actually the same here. Like Goku.
Is in trouble. Stop!
Well, they've shown us that Goten in very briefly in Z, we saw Goten get a haircut. She does style it. Chi maintains it to look like Goku's hair.
Really?
Well, I think Chi was kind of living out. It would make sense, but using the youngest son to live out the memory of your dead husband, as weird as that sounds, isn't all that weird, when you're a widow.
She was happy that her YouTube was leaving and dying.
And it would make sense then why she taught him to fight. Being so adamant about Gohan not learning combat that she takes out the child, she makes wear Goku's outfit without the gi, or the gi on back of it. She makes him wear his hair, and she trains him to fight, but she won't let him Super Saiyan. It's kind of funny how Chi was with Gohan.
But you know what, Davey? We've been talking for 2 hours about all this.
Yeah, almost 3.
My fucking throat hurts. That's why we need to set up lots of water, mate. That's all we do.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for my dragon to hatch on Arc this entire time, so it's not like I've been really doing anything.
Who the hell are you?
I'm still in contact things just flying around.
Punk. You kind of sort of remind me of Goku.
It does look like he's gonna mature fully before I go to bed tonight.
You're Goku's kid?
It's big now though. Now it's like
what the
10
hell are you
times
doing
my
here?
size.
These bozos stole my map, and I'm trying to get it
this
back.
video, right, about seasons, right? And this guy said, Vegeta wasn't great, but he said not was Vegeta during the movie. I was gonna go in his comments and say, fight me in real life, he says about Vegeta. He says Gogeta, he said Gogeta has no potential.
What? But I was
Excuse me.
She has blue hair.
Don't ever say that.
Kid.
I don't know, I think they're unique in their own capacity.
But
and they fight different too.
Remember what I told you about Vegeta and Gogeta? Dude, in your opinion, well, who would win, Gogeta or Vegeta?
Find it in your heart to forgive
Think about it.
If Vegeta was fighting serious, then Vegeta.
No, I want to think about it. Look at the
is a stronger fusion.
Think about it. Look at the Patara's downfall, along with the Dance downfall. Think about it really good.
Screw you! Get out of here before I send you packing
Patara is still the strongest fusion, though.
Patara. The Dance, if you overexert energy, you waste your fusion time by going too powerful, and you can...
Going too powerful, so they went Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, when you go Super Saiyan 4, it's like 4 minutes.
Broly is the only time in the franchise, canon or otherwise, that fusion is actually worked. Every other fight, including Shenron, they run out of fusion, or they generate too much energy, or something happens that splits them, including Fusion Reborn.
He keeps jumping all over the place for his training. I've been chasing nothing but lures till now.
They split on purpose to get out of there.
Now this time, I'm gonna
Well, Vegeta didn't want to be permanent in the Patar, to be fair, but that was meant to be never ending.
Yeah.
That was the agreement, is that it was forever. And
whether or not they're mortal or God, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to last forever.
If you think about it, so if Vegeta was permanent, right? That means no Gogeta, no Gotenks.
No,
I mean, there still would have been Gotenks.
Oh wait, I'm stupid. Gotenks was after that. I'm stupid as a bro.
Gotenks was before Vegeta.
Could you imagine Goku and Vegeta's DNA and genetics going into one child?
Yeah.
Bro, that's a strong ass baby. But yeah, so
that would be an OP Saiyan.
Yeah.
There would be no Gogeta. So that means there will be no Janemba, of course. No,
I mean, there still could have been a Janemba, like if Vegeta went to hell for that stuff, you know, instead of
don't forget,
you know.
Don't forget, Vegeta is the Vegeta dominant side. So
they're equally it's not Vegeta dominant. It's more like both evenly matched.
Because Vegeta is all kicks, and Vegeta's a kicker.
Yeah.
Goku throws roundhouse kicks and aerial kicks, but he doesn't really use his legs. whereas Gogeta was definitely a puncher. Every big hit he hit on Broly was a punch.
Yeah.
Every big hit on Janemba, other than the Stardust Splash or whatever, was a punch.
Big cities like this is really exciting.
So you definitely see, and you could see with the hair too. Vegito did look like Vegeta. I would go with that. I would say that Vegito is the predominant body in Vegito, and Gogeta is the prominent body is Goku.
Hey, I have a question. How strong would Super Saiyan 3 Vegito be?
Not stronger than Gohan. I don't even
know. Not stronger than Beerus, I know that.
What's arguable is how strong is Super Saiyan Vegito to begin with, because they didn't call themselves Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 or anything. They were Super Vegito.
Yeah. And the thing is, base form Vegito was stronger than Buhan. Ugh.
And and on top of that, well, no. That fight, he still has Gotenks, Gohan, and Piccolo absorb.
Well,
he loses those as they fight.
Remember how they went through with Gohan? Gotenks were out, so they split to Goten and Trunks. So
yeah, but he still had the jacket. At the start of that, he's still wearing the jacket before they become the incredible fighting candy.
Well, no, he did it. No, because when the Gotenks ran out of the time, right, it showed the Piccolo's cut. So he still didn't have the jacket, so when he absorbed Gohan, he used
Piccolo is the one that matters anyways. What matters is Gohan, Mystic, and Gotenks Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Piccolo, you're just stacking a barely above a base level Super Saiyan.
Yo, what was crazy how Gohan missed the ring but Vegeta didn't. But didn't Gohan play baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in that.
If he played baseball and he was able to hit a ball but he can't catch an earring, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, my throat can hurt.
Yeah, but at that moment, that's Gohan's Achilles heel. He was mentally shaken because of Majin Buu, so he wasn't properly in his own head. Because that's Gohan's big Achilles heel. All you have to do is make him question himself, and he becomes a worthless fighter. It's always been that way since Frieza.
Yeah.
It's always been that way since the Saiyan saga.
Well, you don't really get to see him fight though in the Saiyan saga. He has a couple of headbutts and.
Yeah.
He throws an attack or two against Nappa that, but I mean,
and
like,
Nappa
really...
tried to catch a destructive dip with
it's Frieza. Frieza's in his head, and Frieza's whooping his little butt, and then he tells Gohan that he killed Goku. And then Gohan just snaps, because he thinks his dad is dead, even though he's not, and, he broke that, but Frieza had him because he was mentally messing with his mind. And that was the same way Majin Buu got a hold of him, because once Buu started talking, Gohan lost his confidence. And he started making mistakes, whereas when he goes into that fight, he is literally the example of perfection for a fighter in Dragon Ball Z at the beginning of that battle.
Yes, you're not perfection no more.
He's spinning, I mean, his backhands, everything was technical, perfect, planned, concise, no wasted movement or effort.
So if you was Goten, right, seeing your mom that turned into an egg and got crushed, what would you done?
That's really a good question.
Hey, let's talk about Goku right now. If you watched your son get taken away from you and you couldn't do anything about it, how would you feel?
Happy, no child support.
Wow.
That's a one good thing.
If you can't.
Goku always wanted to be around Gohan. It's just Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Kind of puts her foot down and doesn't really let him hang out with his son because
Goku, you're 4 trillion times stronger than Chi-Chi. Alright, just go with Khalifa, alright? That's all you're gonna do.
I agree with you there.
And people say Goku never wanted to spend time with Gohan. That's not true.
No, he did. He spent all kinds of time with Gohan. In fact, he sits there and spends the entire, for example, let's say before he knows because he basically knew he was gonna.
All of Goku's family, Goten and Gohan, they both almost committed suicide. Because Goten drove off the cliff with a tractor, right? And Gohan was just, I think it was a waterfall or something.
Yeah, it was. It was a waterfall.
So they both almost committed suicide.
Well, they can't die from just falling.
And you can't argue the fact that in Super, yes, I'm sure they changed it a little bit because of fans, but in Super, he's always with Goten. He is always with his child. When he's at work, Goten's there. He's eating lunch, Goten's there. He's training, Goten's there. I mean... He's on the couch when Goku is sick, Goten's there. He even tried to bring him to train with Whis. But remember, Chi-Chi, like, threw a temper tantrum? Because he was gonna bring Goten?
Imagine if he did bring Goten to train.
I wish they would have let that happen. I'm tired of Goten getting, like... We start getting a story with Goten, GT, and then...
GT, I would hit the shit out of you.
No, I'm just saying, like, I was so happy to see Goten grown up. I was like, yes! Goten and Trunks, both aged. Now we get to really see some cool stuff. We leave him behind in the first episode. Come on! Why'd we even draw him?
No, but you see 2 episodes later. They're still workers and they don't care. Goten's on a date with a girl who don't know how to eat an ice cream cone.
Yeah. It's like, really, you aged Goten and brought him back to make him go on a date. Thanks.
And to turn him evil. Thanks. And then that's it.
And what relevance does that girl even have anyways?
She doesn't.
She really doesn't. Valise does not have any type of relevance to the story. I even know her name. But...
anyways.
How did they even meet?
I don't know.
I like how like they worked in Mai and Trunks. That actually caught me completely by surprise.
Oh, so you know how you're talking about how Goku wasn't a normal kid, right? Of course he wasn't a normal kid in Dragon Ball Z. He got shot, stood up, he got chopped with an axe.
Oh, that's the
you think that's normal?
I mean, Bulma literally meets him and pulls out a gun and shoots him in the head in the first episode.
Yeah.
Literally, we proved that you can't kill him with a bullet in the very first episode.
Think about it.
She's terrified of him and she pulls a gun.
Didn't Gandhi say Sans can't be cut and none of that, right? Like when he got chopped with the axe, he couldn't, like his skin didn't get damaged.
But yeah, he said they had like tough skin or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, Yajirobe or Krillin cut
the tail off.
No, the armor got cut.
The armor.
Well, to be fair, Yajirobe isn't weak. It's just, yes, in the scope of Dragon Ball, he's scrubbed.
But near a basic human, he's actually extremely strong.
You gotta give him the credit of the fact that he got up to Korin's tower, something the majority of the other Z fighters couldn't do, and he lives with Korin. I mean, and Korin's games are technically training. It's just Yajirobe is such a fat A, I'll say that as the streaming is going on, that it doesn't ever pay off because any exercise he gets goes right back into shoveling food down his throat.
Yeah. He says he's basically a Dragon Ball Peter Griffin. I'm just joking.
So she got an indestructible skin, so you know how to never had a sword and cut Goku. Indestructible skin my ass.
I just think it depends on what. I mean, if a normal person goes at Goku with his sword, yeah.
No,
put a sword in Vegeta's hand though.
On Vegeta's end, he was like, when Krillin was trying to cut him, he could have killed him. Like, it's because Vegeta was actually weakened by a lot.
Yo, like your game said, Crash, Vegeta will beg for mercy.
We can all eat together.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I still like how he cried.
Yeah.
Kakarot, you gotta avenge me, cause I couldn't do it. Please! Please! I've only tried to kill you, your family, your planet, steal the Dragon Balls, and I betrayed you on this planet like 3 times. Please, for me, Kakarot. Like...
Vegeta didn't deserve any sympathy, actually.
Yeah, but... and Goku's stupid. Okay, this is for the Saiyans.
Remember, Goku sees the good in people.
True that.
That's how he changed Vegeta.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's every anime hero.
Speaking of that,
Goku,
most
Naruto, Luffy. I mean, that's all. Ichigo. Anime is based on the principle that you win over your friends and enemies through a common goal.
Alright, I gotta say something real quick. Speaking of Goku sees the good in people, most of Goku's allies were his enemies.
Yep, even Krillin was a rival in the beginning. Krillin was trying to like betray him left and right because he didn't want to be the one that wasn't trained by Roshi because Roshi told him he'd only take 1 pupil.
Crash, that one meme. If anyone hurt my friends, I won't forget them. It pointed basically at everyone.
Oh wow.
I'm like, I looked at that like, are you kidding me? But I was legit throwing a fit for about an hour.
Who's stronger after the Frieza saga? Piccolo or Vegeta?
At first, Vegeta, then Piccolo, then Vegeta. Piccolo is stronger than Vegeta when Vegeta is a Super Saiyan and gets beaten up by Android 18 because Piccolo is strong enough.
He's strong enough to fight 17.
Yes, and he does. He holds off 17 and Cell.
I think I can handle this.
Then again, Tien held off Cell.
With the tri-beam.
So, I think he's stronger than after the Frieza saga was. It didn't end till Trunks killed off Frieza and King Cobra.
But I never mentioned Trunks. I only said Vegeta and Piccolo.
But it was
you just saying, okay.
I will shoot you.
I think I can handle this.
Why is this enemy? Oh my gosh. This thing was flying as fast as I was.
Well, if you go through all the Crash games, right? And if you hear it, it's basically us just talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the title, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, let's see. Blah 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 blah.
How long have I been streaming? Almost 3 hours. I've been streaming for almost 3.
And my throat, it hurts.
As I see it, Vegeta got beat up by Android 18. Cell was stronger than Android 18. Cell ran from Piccolo because Piccolo was too much of a threat. So I would say at least until Vegeta and Trunks go into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, Piccolo is stronger.
Yeah, and 17 is also stronger than 18, so...
Yep. What do you mean? Nah, you know who was the strongest?
16 was the strongest out of all 3 of them.
Tien?
Oh my gosh. But I'm talking about the androids.
I know, I'm just saying Tien held down second form Cell for 30 minutes on his own.
And isn't that kind of embarrassing for Cell?
Well, Tien never stopped training.
Yeah.
Tien is just, he doesn't get into battles because they don't concern him.
And he doesn't want to die.
Is Tien not a human because the 3 eyes?
No, Tien is human.
He's human. It's just an ability he can adapt.
Yeah. It's basically he has his third eye is visible.
Yeah.
You're not meant to take his third eye as a literal eyeball in the middle of his forehead. It's signifying that his third eye is always awake. That's what Akira Toriyama said anyways, but he was human. So it's Chaozu.
Chaozu's a midget.
With one hair.
And Chaozu paints himself. He's not albino, he paints himself.
I read this Chaozu, so
but Chaozu is still a midget though, shorter than Krillin.
There's a village here?
Yes, Chaozu is black. He paints his face
with the
black and the red.
Okay, he's the son of Popo.
Wait, Chaozu's black.
We were just saying. Oh my god.
Well, that's racist.
I guess not black. No, but he's dark skinned.
So I have a question. So if it's my time, right? And if you see Mr. Popo in the corner smiling at you, what would you do?
Run. The same way I'd run from Hercule, because good lord, if that's how he sees Americans, white people, like white Americans, were Hercule, and that's the point of Hercule. He was poking at Americans when he made that character. I feel bad because I'd rather be Mr. Popo. I don't want Hercule, man. That's bad. Saiyans are Asian. They're Japanese. Okay?
Yeah.
They're not white people. A lot of Americans have always misinterpreted that.
Well, if you
They're
think
not
about
white
it,
people. They're Asian. That's
Yeah,
why they
they're
live
Asian.
in Asian houses.
well, if you think about it, right, we're Asian too, from ancestors way back then.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, they eat rice, fish, sushi,
So do I.
soy. No, I'm just saying
I also
the
eat that stuff.
houses, the way that their closets and doors are, other than Bulma, they're Asian.
And the way, I don't know, Bulma.
They have
and the
temples, they have monasteries and monks. I mean,
And the
Yeah.
way Chi-Chi dressed as a freaking Asian princess.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they're definitely Asian, but that's why when you see, like, all of Hercules people, though, is the rose
Americans.
guy and the elephant guy and, you know, his minions, and the blonde girl, the really annoying one, and all those, so those are all Americans.
Videl is an
draws us
American.
purposely bad.
Did you notice in the tournament with Trunks and Goten, you know the guy Kelp, I think, what was his name? The black guy.
I'm in the Android arc currently. Yeah, I'm still not at the
He had his hair up like a regular African. So do you think all black people is like that?
No. But you gotta realize the Japanese mentality, yeah, they do think that way.
Oh my god,
You gotta realize, like, they don't even consider.
I got a headache.
They don't even consider, like, Koreans. You know, they enslaved the Korean people for thousands of years because they weren't human beings. To me, I can't tell the difference between a Japanese person, a Chinese, and a Korean unless they talk.
Yeah.
But that's me, and I'm just saying. And even they were like, "There's nothing similar about us at all." That'd be like me walking up to an Irish dude and being like, "You're not white." You know, that's
Bro,
it doesn't work that way.
I'm in love with this game too.
Are racist.
You know how
They
I
do
can
not.
tell the difference? The eyes. You can tell by the eyes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
When it's your
I
Chinese guy,
can when they
it's
start
super
talking. I know the difference.
That's
between
also
Korean,
another-
Chinese, and Japanese. But if I'm just looking at somebody and I'm not, like, close to them, no, I couldn't tell you if a person's Chinese or Japanese.
See, you can tell the Korean if you see the blue brother Kim Jong-un.
Oh
But I
my
mean,
gosh.
Indians and black people say that all white people look the same. So, I mean, don't all other races look the same?
So all white people have a curly top.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
all
have
white
I'm
a story.
saying don't races interpretively just all generalize it that way. I mean, every Hispanic person I've ever met in my life has flat out told me that every Wedo looks like a Wedo. There's no difference to them. You're Wedo, you're white. It's not about, do you have orange hair or do you have freckles? It's your Wedo. It's, you're white. Period. That's Hispanic. And I don't care who you want to argue that with. They will go ask your mom. You know, they will turn around and tell you the exact same thing. Like, I don't think it's intentional racism. I just think it's the way that
if
people
you think about it, heresy days are stupid.
Oh hey, I got a little story for you. Apparently there was this mother of this child, and this mother hated the she was Korean and she hated Japan, but you wanna know what she let her son play on?
Huh.
A Nintendo Switch. That's
Well,
funny.
it's like, look at the new Star
Wow.
Wars movie. The new Star Wars movie. Did you see the
Yeah,
last one?
I'm not
Did you
listening
see
to that. I
episode
hate
8?
Star Wars.
Okay, well, it's not the point of whether you liked it or not. Okay, remember the Asian girl that they introduced, who ran around with Finn the whole movie?
Okay.
Like, China boycotted and no one went and saw that movie because Disney portrayed China as fat. Because the girl in that movie, Kim Tran, she's Korean, by the way, wasn't skinny enough for China, and even China was like, how dare you? They're not a Chinese girl. She's Korean, and the thing in Star Wars is race isn't really supposed to matter. It's all just humanity at that point. No one in Star Wars history has ever been like, hey, Black Jedi. They don't word things like that in Star Wars. It isn't about race. It's just human. You're human or you're alien.
Yeah, that's basically how it works.
China literally, they made it flop as a movie. Like something like in a country of billions of people, less than 20,000 people saw Star Wars. They said,
give me a second, guys. Come on. Yeah. Wow.
No.
Oh. Then I'm just going.
they do now.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Got canceled.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's a good and a bad thing. I think we're getting a movie. They did original voice acting with the original cast of
Yu Yu
Hakusho, Japanese and English, just last Christmas. So we're getting something, not a video game, something new. I think it's a movie. Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't need to continue, but it sucks that it's canned because the guy touched a woman without consent on a bus. They literally banned his anime from Japan.
Wow.
Rurouni Kenshin was coming back. And because the reason Rurouni Kenshin stopped, the guy that created it, was
after a fierce
Chris Hansen would have gone up to his door and offered him milk and cookies, let's just say.
But
and so when he got out of prison, he served his time, and they were doing new Rurouni Kenshin. They were actually drawing it. This woman got in control. It's banned. No more new Rurouni Kenshin.
Thanks to what Vegeta said, however,
so like it's changed. A lot of things are different now. In fact, if One Piece does come back, for example, Nami, they reduced her chest size by half. It's so ridiculously noticeable that it's like, what? It's bad what they're doing to characters. Elizabeth in Seven Deadly Sins, they redrew her for the new season. She's a new character. And that's in the manga too, because I'm way further than anybody that's watching it and not reading it. I'm where Meliodas is in a death match with Pride.
Okay.
So, and I mean a real death match in a perfect cube. So I'm like where everybody now, they're just at the end of season 2. I'm like at the end of season 7.
In the freeze arc.
Yeah, I'm way far in 7 Deadly Sins because you know I get a pirate manga the day it comes out.
Because you have that one app.
Nope, nope. Because it's legal. Manga is free. They do encourage you though to buy it if you like it, which is why I love Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Kingdom Hearts. I own a lot of manga. I have over 274 volumes, not counting Shonen Jump.
Sorry, I didn't see part 1. Didn't have time. It's fine.
But it's cool, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for manga or anime. It's only in the United States that you get charged to do something like. Because that's what Justin Cook is really doing for you with Dragon Ball. A, he comes up with his own lore that's not canon. Bulma briefs, Doctor brief, a Bullet brief, not canon. They've never been canon. Her name will never be Brief. Trunks' last name is not Brief. Krillin is not Krillin. Krillin is Kuririn. Get it right. It's too hard for Justin Cook to pronounce, so they renamed him Krillin. It's Piccolo, not Piccolo. It's Piccolo. They never have ever said it anything like the way that they do, but we just use the flute, Piccolo. It's easier. Then again, a perfect point of this is they're so lazy. We are the reason that they call it Super Blue now, instead of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, because American fans are so lazy. We refuse to do it.
I used to call it Super Saiyan God 2, then I went to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, because like...
Well, Super Saiyan God 2, I can see that, but it's not accurate, because Goku does go Super Blue 2 at the end of Jiren.
But I was talking about like when I first saw Super Saiyan Blue back in 2015.
I feel ya. But, you know, I never did it either. It was always Super Blue for me. Or Super Saiyan Blue. That's what it's always been for me too, but that's the official canon term now because of laziness.
Yeah.
Just like Hercule was never his name. They
Mr. Satan.
That because Mr. Satan is controversial in a country full of Christians to have a white guy on TV called Mr. Satan. Even if he's not a bad guy. Because Hercule's not a bad dude. He's misled and he's arrogant and cocky like a lot of the other characters of Dragon Ball, but he's not a bad person. But they had to change that. That's why I said that kanji video that actually shows you everybody's last name, and almost everybody introduced in Dragon Ball, their name is on their clothing, including Bulma. But that's the thing, to this day, everybody, even in the anime, in Dragon Ball Z that you can buy on DVD, it says Dr. Briefs. That is not right. And I get we say names differently, but like, there's a difference between changing up the way that Orihime said Ichigo's name in Bleach. You go in Japanese, it's Kurosaki-kun, Kurosaki-kun, Kurosaki-kun. She just never shuts up. And then you watch Bleach in English, and she's just like Ichigo. And I get that, because the way we name and how you use a person's name, whether you're even allowed to call a person by their first name, all that is factored in using a name or a prefix in Japanese. But the way they've manhandled your Dragon Ball because 3 people, Vegeta, Goku, Justin Cook, aka Trunks, have ruined that show, I can never forgive. And I will never be a fan of the guy that portrays Goku because I'm sorry. Dragon Ball has nothing to do with Chris Sabat or Sean Schemmel. You're just a faceless, fat, white guy who goes, haha, I'm Goku. Guess what? 1 million people on the planet can do what you do, buddy. I mean, it's bad. And I hate that arrogant douchebag for threatening Americans and we'll take Dragon Ball from you. I am Dragon Ball.
Akira Toriyama is Dragon Ball. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh no, that's why Funimation got taken over by Real Funimation last year. About Broly's voice actor and Bulma's voice actress. Yeah, they lost the company. Japan runs our Funimation now.
Yeah.
So they are not in control anymore. That's what their arrogance. They lost Dragon Ball. And Funimation, the reason Sean Schemmel finally shut his mouth is because Funimation, on his Twitter, you can go look this up right now. On his Twitter, it says that if he didn't shut up, they were going to recast him, and they did not care. They would not think twice to pull in a new Goku. And he shut his mouth because he knows damn well he can't sit on his butt eating potato chips every day of his life if he runs his mouth.
I'd love to go for a dip in it. I think I can handle. Here I go.
How long is this stream? Yeah, I just said it in the chat, by the way. Charging, 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 charging my attack. Over here. I said get over here. Sayiman. No, oh, Kaiware man. Kaiware man. Oh, nah, you getting this whooping too. Get over here. Nah. Kaiware mans are secretly Kais. Oh my gosh. Take this beam.
I actually won.
Back?
What? Yeah, I'm back.
Alright. I'm just having fun freaking killing all these random enemies that are appearing. But I like Kakarot because it doesn't have Dragon Ball story, but it tells you about Dragon Ball stories. Like it has backstory.
I don't know, it sounds interesting. It sounds better than anything we've come up with in this console so far, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I hate how people say, it's too bad that there's no online.
Another reskin arcade fighter.
Yeah.
From the 1980s. And then it's not even, at least back in the day they were real. All that is a rip-off. Even if it's beautifully drawn. It's, oh, we're trying to be Marvel vs. Capcom now.
You see, I hope Kakarot outsells Xenoverse and Fighter Z. I actually hope it does.
Probably will. People have been, people are tired of Dragon Ball games were never about being online.
Yeah.
They were about good single player experiences that you could bring in your buddies and beat up at home on the same TV.
And people are like saying it's too bad that Kakarot isn't online. Who cares about online?
Why? So it could be ruined and just complained about by a million people.
Just like Xenoverse.
And Fighter Z. Yeah, I've got one in Xenoverse, but it's a good game. You cannot argue it's not a good game. And I've got one in Fighter Z, but it's not a bad fighter. It's, you know, I may not like it personally, but that doesn't mean it's not a decent game. It's unoriginal as all heck.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I was in 1992. I was doing tag team side-scrolling Dragon Ball on arcade. Like, I'd rather get something unique, like another Supersonic Warriors or Kakarot.
I would love to see Supersonic Warriors.
A modern one, like a new Switch version.
Yeah.
Because Supersonic Warriors 2 on the DS was a great game. That was a fun game, and it took away all the problems of every other side-scrolling Dragon Ball because you weren't on the ground. That's the funniest thing about Fighter Z. We're Ultra Instinct and Android, I'm just saying as an example, and we only fight on the ground in a show of nothing but flying.
Oh, you wanna know something?
On the ground.
You wanna know about something? You wanna know what's different about Burst Limit? They fight in the air. And it's a 2D side scroller.
Yeah, that's how they use the same engine that they use with we just said it, Supersonic Warriors. And Supersonic Warriors, you were just always in the air. You just controlled your character, and then based on what direction you were aiming, did different combos and super attacks. Those were really fun.
Yeah.
I miss Supersonic Warriors 2 now. Like, Gotenks. Oh, Gotenks is so OP in that game. That was before he was just comic relief. When, like, the Super Ghost Kamikaze was one of the most feared things in any Dragon Ball game. Because not only did it home on you, it just did so much damage. It's like, Gotenks is a joke in Xenoverse.
Yeah.
I don't like any of the small characters. I punch 30 times a second, but I never deal as much as like level 1 Goku at level 100 with his base form normal punch. That's horrible scaling.
Okay, someone quoted this in my stream. Vegeta says, "Everywhere I go, I see his face, sees image of Goku in space." See, I'm gonna bring up an abridged reference. He sees Nappa instead, not Goku. Because I'm haunting you, Vegeta.
Stop!
What did they try that in? What brought back Nappa? Was that GT?
Yeah, that was GT. But he got killed off easily again by Vegeta.
Yeah, like Vegeta was just like, I don't even care about you. And just like literally just wiped him out again. It's like, you know who I wish they bring back? A strong character we haven't seen in a long time? Pycon. Yeah. Pycon was smashed Cell and Frieza and others. Getting Force included. It's just like nothing. And he was a great challenge for Goku. He fought in ways that Goku found difficult. I mean, it was a good experience. I liked Pycon. And
Yamcha's ghost, bro. What the heck is this?
You know they made a Funko of dead Yamcha?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is probably Puar, bro. It's shape-shifting as Yamcha, bro.
She did that.
See ya.
Yeah, this is probably Puar. Yeah. Oh, I see freaking shoot, I see Shen over here. Shoot, what was his name? Dude that trained Tien? Shoot,
Shin.
Yeah, Shin. I said it right.
Shin.
Hey.
Yeah, S-H-E-N, yeah. Crane School, I need new recruits, not you. Oh, there's Mercenary Tower as well.
Yeah, there's Mercenary Tower, Crane School as well.
Yeah.
There's somebody you don't see all the time anymore, Mercenary Tao.
Hey.
There's General Tao, which is the same dude. Then we got Mercenary Tao, which is just him later on.
Yeah, one of them just had a metal helmet, one of them didn't. But I remember all those people. General Blue.
Yeah.
General Blue was a cool fight. That was when like people on Earth could actually challenge Goku.
Oh, here's. Oh.
Anyways, I've got people on our server, so I'm gonna jump over to the server chat.
Oh, okay.
Hit me up. You know how it goes, and like I said, I haven't been trying to ignore lately. It's just we're paying for it. We have like a dedicated 24-hour server so that everybody can play whenever they want.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, if I'm paying for it, I'm trying to be a part of it. Otherwise, then what's the point? And I'm the admin, so like I have to control things. But as I said, I haven't been trying to ignore anything like that lately. I've just been running this. But alright, you have a good night. Hit me up. I'll be around.
Alright, Julian.
Alright, later.
See ya. All right, let's see. Who's this? Come on now.
Yo.
Mature woman.
Right.
Come on.
Huh?
Hey.
Yeah, this is Puar, bruh. That's a cool little combo. That combo works. Oh. Yo, Fusion, you there? Ooh, okay, let's do this. I need to heal up Gohan a bit. He's looking pretty bad. Out of here, assist robot, get out of here. I said get out of here. One key blast. Okay. Since we deal with those.
What?
Sorry. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sup? Damn.
Huh?
All right.
Gotcha.
I owe you one.
Alright, give me a second here. Fusion, are you back? Oh, okay, you didn't say anything, though.
I know. What's up, remember?
Yeah, Julian's gone, by the way.
That throat still hurt. I'm about to hop off and go to sleep.
Dang. I got nobody to talk to.
The chat.
The chat. Dang, okay, let's see here. DBS won't get up in here for some reason. He's on GTA. Vegito is gone for some reason. He's not dead. I mean, he's been off for like 3 days. His internet must be bugging out again. Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Well, dang.
You might have to go to sleep and end your stream there.
Nah, I'm not going to sleep though.
Alright. I'll see you later, man.
Alright. Yay! Yamcha's alive! Oolong says he saw Yamcha's ghost. Find out if he's just seeing things. Wait, we already did that. Okay.
It's over.
That was quite the hunt, if I do say so myself. Got a D medal. Whoa, what? No, let's go over here then. Okay.
I can't get over how huge Bulma's place is. Just the person I was looking for.
Andrew's online, so why not? Actually, I don't want to invite Blue. Give me a second. Let me look through something real quick before I continue because I'm trying to find something. I need to do some more CTR soon because Grand Prix still going on. Well, I mean, I could finish it at any time. I mean, I could keep playing Kakarot till I finish it, then go to CTR like directly after that. But then what would I do after that? Yeah. Okay, no, he's playing that. Hades. Okay, who's on? Oh. Okay, there we go.
Huh? What's up, Bulma?
We're gearing up to go to Namek, right? I'm working on the spaceship that's gonna get us there. But I'm short on parts.
Oh, bummer.
With Goku in the hospital, practically mummified in bandages, you're the only one left for the job.
Oh, no problem, Bulma. Leave it to me.
Spirit, here's what I need. Think you can handle that?
I barely even looked at that, so... No, I don't need to go. Wait.
Got it. I think I can handle this.
I'm seeing these things, I'm not sure what these are.
Found another one.
Oh, that... oh, that's what I need, okay.
I think I can handle this.
I can't throw a key blast. It's somewhere in this area.
This is one of them, right? I think I can handle this. Got it! Take you down!
Okay. But where's the other thing? Oh. Wait, that's not it. Get over here, dear. I said get over here, dear. Where is it? Come on now. We'll go further away and see if it just appears.
I think I can handle this. I think I can. Here I go.
Alright. What's peel off doing here?
Oh no! I don't think so!
Dang.
Thank you so much.
What now? Copy that. Huh? No.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yeah. Thank you.
4,000 XP, okay. Soul emblems. Yeah, but they ain't nothing though. Dang. Give me a second, guys. Give me a quick second, whoever joined the stream. Someone with 33 trophy score. Unbelievable. How long is it gonna take? that might be it.
Yay, I found it!
Yeah, it is.
This looks to be everything. I'd better get these to Bulma. I think I can handle this. Where's Bulma's house?
Talk about speedy service.
Does everything check out?
Sure does. Great job. I'll have this spaceship up and running in no time.
Thanks a bunch, Bulma.
Yeah, Soul Blum Bulma. Development. I think I got all the communities. Oh, hey, Spider-Man. Okay, I'm streaming, by the way, so if you think about playing any of that stuff you be playing in the background, don't be playing it. I'm streaming. Yes. I don't know if the game's music counts as copyright, but I just want to be safe and ask you to cut your TV down a bit. Yeah, but I'm on a different game, and that game's music could be like, I don't know. It's complicated, but that's also how it freaking works for some reason.
All right, Gohan. Just let me know when you're ready to launch. We won't be back on Earth anytime soon, so make sure you've got everything you need.
Right.
Hey there!
Look at this. Look at this freaking house. Nice. Yo, you should get Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, dude. It's basically an kind of an open world action RPG. You go through the story of Dragon Ball with also doing extra stuff that wasn't in the anime. That explains like different type of stuff in the anime. You know characters like Android 21 or Mira and Toa. You haven't played Dragon Ball FighterZ or Dragon Ball Xenoverse? Okay.
So, you all set for the trip?
Why don't you save first? I mean, I was about to anyways, so... I think I should end... I'm playing a game and I was talking to my chat. Yeah, I got really far in here. 7 hours. Before I was like 3 hours into the game. Now I'm 7 hours. Okay. And I have not even gotten to the Frieza saga yet. Like I haven't even gotten to Namek, and I'm still okay. This game's a pretty large game, by the way. Let's see. Okay, I might end the stream here, guys. I'm gonna continue the Namek saga another time, but it's gonna be the next stream. So if you've enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing. Go share out my channel with other people who are possibly Dragon Ball fans, Crash fans, or anything like that. Go check out my girlfriend's channel, which is in the description. If you want to join my Discord server, that's also in the description. So go check that out if you have Discord. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all later.